strip away the fluff and get straight to the heart of the game. From the hottest plays on the court to the controversies off it. We're breaking it all down with unfiltered takes and raw honesty. No sugarcoating, no holding back. Just real talk for real fans. Let's get into it.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing out there in YouTube land? This is your girl Keisha with Cut the Ish, coming to you on a Monday evening. Gonna talk some WNBA talk. We're gonna talk about Angel Reese and this infamous episode where they had one Angel Reese fan against 10 Angel Reese fan haters. Y'all come on in the building. I'm gonna let some of y'all come on in the building so we can get started. But hey, I got my boy Duvall here with me. He ready to jump into this episode of all these haters running up on Mariah Rose. I think she held her own, especially she's really good at debating, because I probably would have told somebody off by the end of it, but she did not. So hey, Duvall, how you doing today? How's it going?
I'm hanging in there, you know what I'm saying? Just shake your head at people ignorance. That's the only thing you could do.
Did you listen to the whole thing?
I did.
Oh Lord, Duvall. I did too, like twice, and I was like, what indeed?
Yeah, I did, unfortunately.
I know, because at first I was looking at just the clips and I was like, okay, I need to go. Wait a minute, it can't be Duvall. It can't be this crazy. I got to go listen to the whole thing. And yeah, it's that crazy.
I swear they had like a lot of them kids act like they came from the slow bus. Like they came from the ESE classes, and they just, man.
Some of the stuff they were saying is just, well, I put it to you like this: when you have a bias already built in, you start making up stuff to come up with, if that makes sense. You start believing certain things just because you don't like that person. I'm a firm believer that if you don't like a person, you start seeing stuff that's not even there. You know what I'm saying?
You start believing in your own delusion.
Yeah, you start believing in your own delusion. It's like, what are you saying? What are you saying? Hey, y'all come on in the building. Look, I hope y'all had a great Monday. I had to work this morning, so it wasn't. I mean, it was all right, but I ain't really want to work. But anyway, but anyway, yeah, man. I sat here. I was working. I was watching all kind of stuff and working. So y'all hit the like button as y'all come in the building. Please, please, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to me. It's right up there at the top. Cut the Ish Real Talk Sports. We talk real talk over here. We don't sugarcoat. Look, anybody can get it, like me and Duvall say all the time. Sometimes you're going to like our takes. Sometimes you're not going to like our takes. Sometimes you're going to tell us that we crazy. That's okay. Every opinion is accepted over here. I don't mind being wrong, but I'll let you know when I'm right.
Yeah, just be respectful. That's all we can ask.
Yeah, just be respectful. Just be respectful. You ready to get into this craziness, Duvall? I got about 61. I'm going to let y'all keep coming in the building. Let me say hi to some of y'all in the chat. What's going on, Political Lil? What's going on, ADP? What's going on?
Ready make away. What's going on, my sister?
What's up? What's up, Patricia Burton? What's up, Not for the Week? Paige, I see you in the building.
Real dog, how you doing?
Hey, Tay. Hey, Profan Talk. What's going on, Profan Talk? I love your video. Did you see Coach's video about? He said, y'all told me that she was trash.
I watched it this morning. I ain't gonna need to lie to you. I watched Coach Marcus this morning. I watched that video and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I was like, Coach Marcus said, y'all need to stop lying to me. What's up, Troy Hall? What's up, Donna C? What's up, Reddit Milky Way? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? The rest, Donna C. I see you. What's up, Shell 1984? What's up, Reddit Milky Way and Big Lou? Yeah, it was a hard watch. Yeah, Big Lou. Yeah, it was hard to watch. What's up, Mill Dog? What's up, Lady J? How y'all doing today? We also, look, before we get into it, I will say this. the WNBA has been very, very active today.
Yeah.
They sent Nelissa Smith to the Aces for 2027 first round pick. They didn't broke up Dejanay and Nelissa Smith.
Mm.
Uh-huh. The Golden State Valkyries is waving people left and right over there. I guess they players are coming back from Eurobasket. So Bree Hall and
Mm-hmm.
somebody else got waived. I can't remember.
Van Lowe. That's the person
Van
I
Loo.
want. That's the person I want.
Yeah, Van Loo. But I was a little shocked, but maybe not. I I thought maybe she was gonna make that roster. She had been there since the beginning, but yeah, they waived her. But the shocking thing today was to me was Nelissa Smith to the Aces. So the Aces say, look, I tried to tell y'all they need help in the post, you know, and they that's the Aces waived Kitley.
Yes.
The I think she was 6'6", 6'7".
Mm-hmm.
They waived her, so they going with Nelissa Smith and Dejanay and Nelissa Smith is broke up again. She got to take care of the dogs. Head out there to Las Vegas.
Mm.
What's good, y'all? What's going on, Van? What's good? What's going on with y'all? And Bree Hall, that was the other one. Bree Hall got waived. Yeah, political. I thought Bree Hall had to the end of the season contract too, but they waived her today. I didn't even see Natalie really play her. Did you see her get playing time, Devon?
She ain't play.
She didn't play.
Ah.
So, yeah. I kind of figured with Kitley, people got at me, Duvall.
Mm-hmm.
People got at me when I first said, I don't know, Kitley coming off that injury. She looking a little slow to me.
Mm-hmm.
And people was like, oh no, you got to give her time. And no, she's 6'6". You can't teach that. You know, they always say, you can't teach 6'6".
Mm-hmm.
Well, Becky Hammond said, no, I can teach it. I'm done with that. So, yeah. Everybody been shaking and moving besides the Chicago Sky.
Yeah.
So anyway, back at the ranch.
But like these moves today, these cuts is the reason why this league is expanding. So when you got expanding by what? They're gonna have 16 teams by 2030.
Mm-hmm.
And so if that's the case, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these players would be on roster spots. And not only that, what it's gonna help is like during the draft, instead of probably the first round, if you got 13 players and only 7 make a roster,
Mm-hmm.
now you're gonna have second rounders making rosters. And you might even have third rounders in some cases making rosters.
But you know what, Devon? I do agree with political Lil. Kitley, I mean, she was coming off that injury. They waited a whole year for her. But this league don't have time to wait for you when you if not producing the way the coach think you should be producing.
But if you got more teams, somebody like that you could stash.
Right.
Stash and
Because she get back just to get right.
Yeah, like Mariah Jefferson, like how she was stashed. You know, she had a guaranteed contract, so it would have made us no difference if we cut her or not.
Mm-hmm.
But like if you have more teams and if the 2026 CBA go as expected, you might have 3 more roster spots. That allow, you know what I'm saying, teams, if you got injured players, that you could just sit them on the bench and stash them and allow them to recover. Just like for instance, for Chicago Sky, I forgot the guard name, but the guard that played like I want to say Texas A&M.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. We drafted her.
Yeah. I forgot her name, but she'll be a perfect example. Like she would have been on the active roster, and then allow her to just train and recover,
rehab and recover. Her name was Aisha Coulibaly.
Yeah.
And I actually like some of her tape when what I watched, but you know, at least she could recover from that because I think it's either ACL. I know it's a knee injury.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She remind me of a poor man Atkins.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mid-range crazy,
Mm-hmm.
quick first step, good zone defender, not man defender, but she had defensive capabilities, great at stealing the ball. Like I said, she remind me of Atkins. So that's why I like in situations like that, you could have had on the roster, you could have seen where her recovery was, and maybe at the end of the season you could have played her. But because your roster spots are limited and because the teams are limited, You don't have the opportunity to like see where a player recovery is at. You just got to hope for the best as far as somebody don't claim or pick up before
Right.
next year.
Hold on, let me get. Thank you, AC Shot Time, Calvin, for the super sticker. Thank you so much. Yeah, and the other thing that's in the other news before we get into our topic, Duval, is like Coach just said, Detroit, Cleveland, and Philly is getting new expansion teams.
Yeah, that'll
So
make it what? Go ahead.
that'll make, because we're 13 now. That'll make us 16 by 2030.
Now that'll make it 18 because you're forgetting about Portland and Toronto.
You right. So Portland and Toronto is coming. When is Portland and Toronto coming?
2026 next year.
Okay. So yeah, that would make us 15. Right? Aren't we 13 now?
Yeah, we're 13 now. That'll make it 15.
And then 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Philly. I know Philly is happy to see them get, and Detroit too. Cleveland, they're a basketball town too. So I think it should. I think those are good places. Do you think that? I was hoping Houston to get a team back, but
Word on the street is they trying to put something in Houston.
mm-hmm.
And there's somebody that was arguing saying that there's not enough teams in the South because you just got Atlanta team, which is great.
Right.
But everybody's not near Atlanta to go see, saying people play at that stadium. So
Right.
like why we can't have something in Florida? If you don't want to have it in Miami, have it in Orlando.
Somewhere in the South.
Orlando is a big enough market. It's a top 20 million market.
Yeah.
Mid-sized market, and it's a tourist town. So you'll constantly have people coming in and out of Orlando randomly for various things. They could have had one there. They could have repositioned one in Charlotte. Like the Charlotte Sting, like they did previously. So like I said, they dropped the ball. They could have had one, like I said, in DC, not DC, but I want to say like Kentucky or even Alabama, one of those small towns that will really be rabid for a WNBA team because, like I said,
college town.
They don't have a professional sports.
Yeah, I'm with you. I was excited to see, but I was hoping we'd get something around, somewhere around here where I can go root, not just but yeah, bring it back to Houston Comets. I think, I don't know. That's just me. I want to see that jersey back up there in the rafters. I want it back up there. So we'll see how it go down. But let's get into it. Yeah, I'm with you, Paige. They need to bring that Houston Comets team back. I am a proponent of that. So here we go, y'all. Let's get into this. Look, y'all. Y'all ready? Look, Coach said Orlando don't have a good, consistent fan base. Too many visitors and retirees. You right?
I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Because sometimes they don't underestimate college towns. That's what I'll tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Because once they get hold of something, they don't let it go.
Yeah, that's why Oklahoma City is so successful.
Right.
Remember when they when New Orleans Hornets had Hurricane Katrina and they had to play in Oklahoma City for a couple of years. That what made Clay Bennett buy Seattle Supersonics, telling the people in Seattle they was gonna stay there, and then use them not upgrading their arena as a reason to move it to Oklahoma City. So College Town, they got an opportunity, and now they end up getting their own team. Now they're champions. So what to say that another college town can't have the same type of success?
I'm with you. Because that's all that's going on up in Oklahoma City is the Thunder. And they come out in droves for that team. They don't have no problem selling tickets.
Not at all.
All right, here we go, y'all. Y'all ready for the first one? That's it. And I'm going to let y'all listen, and then I'm going to stop it, and we're going to talk about it. All right, here we go.
Now, I don't think she's unfairly criticized.
Okay, the question was, do we feel that Angel Reese is unfairly criticized as a superstar?
Because when you're trying to be the bad guy, the bad girl. You can't, if you dish it out, you got to be able to take it. If you're going to be a competitor across the board, whether if it's playing aggressively, whether if it's trash talk, whether if it's standing up for your teammates, then you can't get mad when the public don't perceive it the way that you want people to perceive it. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to be the bad guy, now remember, the bad guys from the Pistons era, they didn't care how they were judged. They didn't care that people looked at them like they were the bad guys. They wore that. So you can't be the bad guy and then want to be the good guy all in one. It's either one role or the other.
What exactly did Angel Reese do that made you feel like she wanted to be the bad guy?
All right. It's not necessarily all that she does, but there are things that she do with taunting.
Yeah, I'm asking what specifically.
Okay, the taunting, the trash talk, the playing aggressive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, all of that is considered like the public perceives her as the bad guy.
Right, but what taunting specifically are you referring to?
Okay, now when she beat Caitlin Clark,
right,
in college, right? We all saw, you know, her taunting. I got the ring. This, that, and
the you can't see me. That Caitlin Clark did on March 26th, and then Angel Reese did on April 6th when she beat her.
Yes,
but Caitlin did it first. So how's she not the villain? What's the difference? I
think Caitlin does it less.
No, what? You watch women's basketball? Caitlin doesn't do it less.
Caitlin does it less.
Caitlin trash talks
more.
Caitlin trash talks for sure. For sure.
But she doesn't trash talk as much as
I don't even know if
Reese.
Caitlin would agree with you if she were listening to you right
sure?
now.
Who's more of the aggressor?
What aggressor?
Who's more of the aggressor on
Be
the
careful
court?
with that word. What specific are you talking about? Playing defense, getting rebounds? What are you talking about specifically? Aggressor, because they play two different positions.
Yes. That's true.
So Caitlin isn't necessarily on the court to be an aggressor. That's part of Angel Reese's game. So she's in the WNBA. She was picked 7th overall because she's a quote unquote aggressor. I mean, I take it you're a Knicks fan.
Yes.
Is that a Jalen Brunson jersey?
Yes, it is.
So what's the difference between this and this? The only difference is Jalen Brunson doesn't have this in the NBA. True. Otherwise, I'm sure he'd be doing the same thing.
I mean, a lot of players who win rings will be taunting, you know, Golden State Warriors do it all the time.
Right, this, right?
Yeah,
so what's the difference between this and this? Actually, the only difference is Steph just straight up started doing this. Angel did this as a response to something that Caitlin did on March 26th. So
are you saying that Caitlin doesn't get the same backlash as Angel Reese?
Actually, you said that. You said that Angel Reese gets a ton of backlash and she should be able to take it because she paints herself as the villain. Now, what I'm hearing is Angel just did something that Caitlin had done first a week prior, and as a response to what she had seen Caitlin do a week prior, and now she's getting unfairly criticized for it. That's what the whole conversation's about. You brought that to the table, that Angel is getting criticized.
Is that it?
Think of it like football. You could finish your sentence, but don't go overboard.
Okay. I would like to say that although they both did the same taunts, watching the game, I do see Angel Reese as more as the taunter than Caitlin Clark.
Don't you think that's your problem and not Angel's? If you see her that way, you chose to see her that way.
You don't think it's something that she does?
But we just discussed, I just gave you the dates that Caitlin did the exact same thing, but you saw Angel as an aggressor. So what does that say about you? That has nothing to do with Angel. Angel Reese is stealing.
We're going to stop it right there. Key things he said in his soliloquy. He sees Angel Reese as an aggressor. He sees her taunting and her taunting Caitlin Clark as her wanting to be the bad guy. He doesn't see the same thing that Caitlin does as being as aggressive as Caitlin doing the same thing. I'm going to let Duvall go first, but what you think? He chose to see it that way because of the narratives, I'm going to say. But Duvall, what do you think?
First of all, the way he talks, it's like it's hard for him to breathe. And I need to take off that goddamn jersey. Probably need to put 2 jerseys on.
That jersey look like it's tight.
Yeah, it look like he got two curtains on him, man. Stop it.
It look tight.
Yeah, it's real tight.
Yes.
But as far as his mindset, he's he clearly is a broken man that feeds off of stereotypes of what they think of black women.
Yes.
Because, like I said, at the end of the day, when white women or when Caucasian people show emotion, they show passion.
Mm-hmm.
When African American men and women show emotion, they show aggression. When African American people show emotion, you get intimidated. When Caucasians show emotions, oh, it's part of the game. No, man. He said silly stuff, and his arguments don't even make no sense. So how you could not explain where Caitlin Clark, when she taunted, not only she taunted on Haley Van Lith in Louisville, but
Mm-hmm.
we ain't gonna remember the disrespect that she showed Raven Johnson.
Hmm.
That woman, Raven Johnson, said she went into depression because of that. So she had emotional damage because of what Caitlyn did, but that'll never get talked about. But because people want to treat Caitlin Clark like she's Taylor Swift, and when a African American woman like Angel Reese did the same thing to her and gave her the taste of her own medicine, all of a sudden she victimized. All of a sudden her feelings are hurt. All of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, white America feel like they're being disrespected because they look at us like less than, they look at us like second class citizens, like we should know our place. No, it's not how it works. If you don't want to be disrespected, don't disrespect somebody else. So at the end of the day, this clown don't know what he's talking about. He breathing hard. Like I said, he needs to take some slim fast because, like I say, it don't make no sense how he, you know, say try to articulate his points because he don't make any damn sense. Stick to the NBA, my man. Stick to the NBA.
What I got from it is he is okay with leaning into the stereotypes of black women. He's saying, and it sounds like it's more of he's just saying, look, I'm more scared of Angel Reese if she talks aggressive and talks trash than I am of Caitlin Clark. And why would that be, sir?
Mm.
Why would that be? Why would you automatically just go there?
Because
Angel's only
society,
in the first year of her
Hold
career.
on.
cause I was gonna say society had conditioned. Cause society had conditioned everybody in America that when African American men and women does something, be afraid, be intimidated. Like I said, it's funny how they always talk about Chicago and they shootings, but we never talk about those mass shootings that Caucasians had done over the years. Those never get publicized like that. Those never get vilified like that. But you know what I'm saying? Shootings in Chicago get vilified. Why? Because it creates a stereotype where they think about African American men and women. Because once you think about that by African American men and women, you create this fear among other races, which makes them money. That's what it comes down to.
Mm-hmm. I got L up in here. L, how you doing today, honey?
Hey sis, I'm doing good. Hey
Did you
Duvall. Hey
Hello.
everybody.
Hey.
Nada sent y'all a message and told y'all I was gonna take a nap because the W done had my head spinning all day and I feel so fatigued and I laid down and I couldn't go to sleep and I said, let me see what my good sis is doing and here you are.
Did you hear anything what that guy said?
I came in on like the tail end. So I was gonna ask you, like, is that the only one that you've played or have you played multiple?
No, this is my first one I played.
Okay.
I can play it. Hold
So
on.
I agree 1,000% with what Duvall just shared. And I would add to that a
Mm-hmm.
couple of footnotes. The first one is um yes, black men and women and black women are held to a different standard. We are treated differently in a lot of instances. I would say, and this is no slight to black men, I would say that black women probably even have it harder in certain areas because we are penalized for being outspoken. We're penalized for being confident. We're
Mm-hmm.
penalized for being educated. We are penalized for the things that other people are celebrated for being, doing, and having because we're society doesn't see us as having value in those. We shouldn't be able to do those things, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, even if you're in the workforce and you might be a black woman who goes up against a white woman or a woman of another ethnicity for a job. And oftentimes you'll get overlooked despite the fact that you have more experience, you have more results that you've brought to the table. We're constantly, if we use our voice that the good Lord has given us, we are told, and I've dealt with this even from other black women.
Mhm.
Um, very early on in me and my husband's relationship, and this was pre-marriage, we were courting. We met in church, we were courting, and there was a young lady who was very interested in him, and she was black. And we had a meeting with the pastor because things were getting ridiculous. Like she would follow him to his house, my tires were flattened, like it was a bunch of
Oh,
stuff, right? And
okay.
in this meeting, one thing that she said has always stuck with me. And I was like, wow, even black women will use this against another black woman. And she said part of her issue with me was that I, to her, didn't represent what a woman of Christ should be because I was loud and boisterous.
Mm.
I had just moved I had been back in Ohio from New York for probably about a year and a half, 2 years at that point. I've always been outspoken but shy. Like I'm shy, y'all would never know it until like I feel like I need to speak up for what's right. And a lot of times I'll speak up for other people before I speak up for myself. So to hear this kind of rhetoric continue about Angel and like, well, Caitlyn, to Mariah's point, she came with facts, not feelings. She came with facts, and she talked about, well, wait a minute, Caitlyn did this first. She did it to Haley Van Lift. She did this, and Duvall brought up a great point even about the Raven Johnson stuff and the impact that that had on her, but Caitlyn was not villainized
Mhm.
for doing those things. She was celebrated, and it's always labeled as passionate,
Action.
being very passionate, right?
Mhm.
It's one of the reasons why I love y'all hear me talk about this journalist a lot here on these platforms, and it's Shimmy Miller. She is one of the broadcasters for the Chicago Sky Games. She calls the Chicago Sky Games when they're in Chicago most of the time. Sometimes they might do it on the road, and Angel, it was when we played the Sparks in Chicago, and Angel had drawn a foul on Hamby, and I love that Shimmy in that moment called her passionate. She's like, look at that passion, because that's what it is. But another broadcaster might have classified it as something else. They might have described it as, oh, they're getting chippy, or, Angel Reese has a chip on her shoulder. We've heard it time in and time out. So it's one of the reasons why I celebrate Shimmy so much, is because she's very fair in the way that she talks about the games, but in particular, Angel Reese, because she understands how she's painted in the media and in the public, right? The other
Mhm.
thing that I would add is, this is the second footnote, is keep watching. I don't know how long you plan on being here, but maybe pull up a couple of other ones, because there were black women.
Oh
There
yeah.
were two at least who
Look.
spoke about this too. And I was baffled by what they were saying. And none of their feedback, their commentary, excuse me, was rooted in Angel Reese as a player and
Mhm.
her skill set, and the records that she has broken and what she's been able to do and accomplish. And we're just at the beginning of her sophomore season. Everything was about attitude. Well, if you want to be the big dog, you got to take it like a big dog. If you like, it was nothing about the game itself, which is always like, everybody's entitled to an opinion. But like my granny used to tell me, everybody got an opinion. They like booty holes. Everybody got one.
You
And
know
they
what?
think because they have one, that what they have to say is valid. And I never want to try to minimize anybody's voice. But like, talk about stuff that you know. And when you don't know something, if you're not, well versed in that thing, it's okay not to say something.
I think what people have to understand is this too. How can I put this? We were raised in a system that we've been a part of for 400 years. And the narrative that has been perpetuated over and over and over, some people start to believe the narrative that Black women are loud, they boisterous, they this, they that, and no other woman is like that. When in real reality, all women, all men have their own personalities. Some people are boisterous and loud, some people are quiet, but they want to keep perpetuating this narrative that everybody's personality and character traits are the same when they're not. It is not exclusive to any race or color. Any race or color can be boisterous. Some people can be quiet. Some people can be bravado. This happens in all races. They are just pushing this narrative so they can keep denigrating the Black woman so people won't value them. It's very concerted effort, and it started way back. And some of us, even us as Black people, some of us lean into those stereotypes because we keep hearing it over and over and over again that it's not okay for Angel or any other Black woman to be themselves. It's okay for you to be yourself. If you loud, be yourself. If you're not, that's fine too. But to penalize a person for their so-called character or their attitude is just it's disingenuous. They know good and doggone well that most everybody have their own personality traits, and it's not just exclusive to Black women. Let me get to the money. Thank you, Rasheen Beats, for the $5 super chat. He said these men kill me as they defend these white women who will be on an episode of Snapped in the future. Shake my head. Thank you, Rashid B. Okay, here we go. Dreamtime 211. I agree. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. I agree with Duvall and Keisha. Thank you. So yeah, that's what I think. I think the biggest lie, this is just my thing. We're gonna get to the next video. The biggest lie ever told was that these traits were exclusive to Black people.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's a I'll send it to you. I have to go back and find it, but there's a guy that I just started following on Threads. Um his name, he goes by the name of CEO Mikey.
Oh, okay.
And he, is kind of like sports analyst like us. He does really good content. He is an Angel Reese fan, but he's very objective of her game, right?
Uh-huh.
In this video that he put up today, he talked about, if you just took, I'm sorry if y'all hear my stomach growling.
You hungry, L?
That got loud. um he was taking her numbers from the most recent game, and then in addition to that, like the last four games, right? And he said if you took away her face and her name and just looked at the numbers alone, just the numbers that she has produced alone, and you did an NBA comparison, they would be celebrating those numbers. They
Yeah.
would say whoever that player is, that's like a, and he did the NBA comparison. Like remove Angel's name and her face, and you just look at the stats, and you compare that to a comp in the NBA, would be like a Jokic or he said Jokic, LeBron, and I forget, it was two other ones. I'll send it to you, Keisha, because I know you have Threads, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can
Yeah,
add,
I
okay.
do.
Yeah, so you'll be able to see it. But I'll send that while you go to the next video. But I was like, and the point that he was making is because it's like, so, the media and folks are so dead set on hating this young woman that they can't even look at the facts that are in their face and give her the respect that she is earning. And it's sad.
I know. Hold on. We're gonna get to the next clip. Hold on. Did I pray? I thought I seen bro close. Or maybe I didn't. Oh, well, maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe let's get to the next one. Lord Jesus. Let's go, y'all. Oh, there you go. Hold on. Let me get him in here so I can play it so he can blow card.
Yo.
Okay, hold on. I'm getting you in. I'm about to play the next clip. All right, here we go, y'all. No, I ain't want to go that far back. No. All right, there we go.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. So my take on Angel Reese being a top 10 player of all time, I don't think she'll get there. I think that if she could put the work in that she hasn't been shown that she's been doing, she hasn't been shown that she's been doing the work.
How has she not been shown that she's been putting in work?
Okay, so
are you in the gym with her?
No, I'm not. But even on her,
are you her coach?
I'm not her coach. But
are you? So you're judging based on her Instagram?
I am definitely judging based off her Instagram. So she hasn't shown. She hasn't shown that she's been putting in that work. Like
100%.
1,000,000%. So
you follow Angel Reese.
So I don't follow Angel Reese, but I looked at her Instagram.
This kind of point right here because I follow Angel Reese. Angel Reese in the gym every day.
I don't see
any coach that Angel Reese has had. First of all, she worked under Kim Mulkey. If you know anything about Kim Mulkey does not play when it comes to all of those little things and work and whatnot. And she said about Angel and about Flage that they would go and they would do their other stuff and then they would be in the gym the next day. Now, one thing I want to add, because I feel you about to bring up this point about, she's at the Met. The New York Liberty were champions and they were at the Met right there with her. So that's discounted right there. Second of all, as a female athlete, you can't take all because athletes in general have a lot going on. You can't take, she was at the Met, because Russell Westbrook or because SGA was at the Met, that means that they're not in the gym. It's what, 2 hours out of her day?
They're getting results as well too, and she's not. So you can be out and
how is she not getting results?
She's not. They didn't make the playoffs, right? You know what I mean? She did average
her first year.
In her first year,
she averaged a double-double, and she beat Candace Pepper.
Okay, got you right. So at the end of the day, she didn't make it to the playoffs. Her team had one of the worst records in the league. Right. So
as expected from Charles Guy, they weren't supposed to go to the
right.
playoffs.
Okay, understandable. But Caitlin Clark's team did, right? And they did. And she won Rookie of the Year. And so that concept of first year player thing that got to go out the window because especially when you come in, it's a quick turnaround. The WNBA is not like the NBA, right? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, they go right in from playing in the tournament right to playing for their professional teams within a month or like 3 weeks. So it's really quick. You're in shape, you're in season, you should be right and ready to go. So that concept of
how is she not right and ready to go though if she averaged a double-double and she broke it?
She did average a double-double. Again, her team did not win, right? So we're in a result-driven business, right? So you got to get results, and especially to make points.
She can't get results in any other year but this one?
She can. But
and if you were following her and you were paying attention, you would know that she was working in the offseason on those aspects of her game that people criticize.
1 million,
her jump shot.
1,000,000%. But again, I see her more at Liberty games than like I went to the Liberty playoffs and things. She's there. Like, why are you there? Like, you lost. You're not in the, you know what I mean? You're gone. Like, I feel like she just wants the attention of being.
You saw her at one Liberty game, and now all of a sudden she's
I've seen her at Liberty.
And
games,
I do want to know. Do you know how hard it is to be a WNBA player and sustain a spot on a WNBA roster? They invite 20 people to training camp, and only 12 people get a spot. Do you know how hard it is? They are fighting for their spot with grown women who are doing this as their job. So to be on a WNBA roster in general is very difficult. She's a professional basketball player. If you think because you saw her at one Liberty game she is not in the gym working, that doesn't even make any sense.
That's not the point. I didn't say that. I just said that.
That's actually what you said when you
I see her out more, right, and in the public eye for nothing that has to do with basketball, right? So at the end of the day, I feel like she needs to be showing that she's in the gym a lot more.
But just because you feel like she needs to be showing you she needs to be in the gym a lot more does not mean she's not in the gym. She's a professional basketball player. I can assure you.
I would love to see
Angel Reese is.
I would love.
I can show you a video.
Let's move on. You're not going to get surveillance of Angel Reese at the gym.
I would love to see it.
It's going to be a tough one to prove. And Kyrie was just at the Laker game.
So I definitely think that the conversation for women's basketball forever Angel Reese will be in that.
We'll stop there before I get to this chick right here. But hey guys, basically what old boy was saying is because he don't see Angel Reese with his own 2 eyes working out at the gym every day, that means she not working out at the gym every day. That means she outside every night. She at the Met Gala. She not working on her game. he's falling into the narrative. He said he would love to see surveillance. That was kind of creepy when he said he would love to see it, but he don't follow her. So he's making the argument that because he don't see her training, then why should she be out here at stuff like the Met Gala, going to games where all professional players go to other games, especially when they knocked out of the playoffs. So I don't even know what he talking about with that. That's just asinine. He said he's tired of seeing her outside basically, and he want to see more footage of her working out because he don't believe she's working out. Duvall, you up first.
I guess. This oh my else looking wannabe. This goofball calling himself giving an analysis on Angel Reese because he don't see her in the gym enough because he see her on Instagram. Ain't this crazy? So you know what? I'm gonna play his game. I got 3 people I want to bring up. Caitlin Clark is having a bad season this year. Why is nobody saying she should be in the gym? Did anybody say she should be in the gym when she was at all those Pacer games this season? No. Did anybody say Caitlin Clark should have been in the gym when she was at Saturday Night Live? No, they didn't. Did anybody say she should have been in the gym when she was at the New York Knicks game? No. Did anybody say she should have been in the gym when she was at our Hawkeye game versus Ohio State when she was an alumni? Did anybody else say she should have been in the gym when she was doing those speaking engagements? Or
when she was playing golf?
Or anybody else say she should have been in the gym when she was playing golf? But you know what they did show her being in the gym? When she was showing her muscles, sun's out, guns out. You know what I'm saying? Looking like Hulk Hogan. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? How the hell y'all don't give Caitlin Clark the same energy when she lifting weights and now her body hurt because, like I said, she didn't know what the hell to do. She trying to look like Hulk Hogan talking about, I am a real American. Fight for the rights of every man. Man, get out of here, man. But it's a double standard that they use for Angel Reese than they use for other players. And I got 2 more players to name. Asia Wilson, best player in the league, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did they say she should be in the gym when she out there, you know what I'm saying, having a revamped version of Stella Have Her Groove Back?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, they ain't saying she should have been in the gym.
She was having a good time.
Good time with a man.
Yeah.
God bless her. Congratulations. But like I said, they don't hold that standard to her. Okay, let's move on. Did they say Sabrina Nescu, she should be in the gym when she went down Rival and robbed them blind of their money, took their $1 million to play 4 games, and then went overseas to promote her shoe?
She did.
They said she should have been in the gym. Nah, she was scamming more badly than Bernie Murdoch. Man, she scammed on Rival people so bad, took their money, but they ain't say she should have been in the gym. But I'm gonna tell you why they say Angel should have been in the gym. Because there's a double standard. Because what they are angry about is this. Angel Reese became the 2nd most popular woman in WNBA and became the 3rd most popular woman in women's sports. And she's not the 2nd or 3rd most second or 3rd best player in the WNBA.
Gotcha.
That's what they are really upset about. They're really upset about how come her hype don't match her player ranking when it comes to her standing in the WNBA. That's not Angel Reese's fault. Angel Reese capitalized on the moment and maximized it to the best of her abilities. And it's not Angel Reese's fault because she has personality, she has businesses, she has a team that allowed her to become the best version of herself because of it. No, Angel took classes and knew how to maximize her career. Some of those other WNBA players, they should have did the same goddamn thing, and we wouldn't be having this conversation. But y'all mad at Angel because she knew how to take a moment and make it a meal ticket to a better life for herself and her family. So that guy who looked like Donatello from Ninja Turtles need to go to hell. Hell with him. Hell with his opinions because he ain't shit. Because like I said, he's a black man that knows what a black woman's going through, but he want to talk that bullshit because at the end of the day, He want to fit. He want to add in on the stereotype that black women already have to go through because of people like him that acting like goofballs. Go back to school. I land.
Well, Duvall. L.
Well, shoot, Duvall took all my
I mean,
talking points.
he took all the crumbs off the plate. That's why I just said your name, L.
I will add to. I mean, he's very very valid in everything that he said, and I would just add that this is gonna be a footnotes kind of conversation if Duvall is always going before me because he's taking the words right out of my mouth.
I'm gonna let you go first the next time.
Man, watch, I ain't gonna have nothing to say. No. I would add to that. She was also at the Chiefs game. She was hanging out with Taylor Swift up in the box,
She
right?
surely was.
And
I
and
forgot about
and,
that.
and nobody. And here's the thing: I'm not mad at her for doing any of those things because basketball is their career. Like I wish Mariah would have asked him, like, "What do you do for a living? Like, what's your job?" And whatever that is, like, are you doing that 24/7? Right? Like, this is her career, it's her dream, it's all of these ladies' career and their dream. But Asia talks about how she doesn't do a whole lot in the off season because that's her time to focus on her physical, mental, emotional, spiritual well-being and her relationships. And no one bats an eye and says anything. And let's be clear, the Sky is having a stinking season. They on the upward trajectory now, but the season has been rough for the Sky. But
Right.
guess who else the season been rough for? The Aces
Mm-hmm.
and the Fever.
That's why they making moves. That's why
They
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 waving
they they
players.
it ain't like they got some stellar records right now, right? Like,
No.
we don't know how it's gonna come out in the wash at the end of the season and who's gonna be where. But if we're comparing apples to apples, their teams are not doing well either. Now they are making moves.
Yeah,
Angel's team is not, and people
right.
want like it.
Right.
They want to bring up, like, when the Sky loses, but Angel breaks another record or performs individually well. They say, well, those individual accolades don't matter. It's her team winning, right? But then on the flip side of the coin, they don't want to talk about, like, oh, the team is doing bad because of the team or because of the front office and the coaching. It's, if they doing bad, it's her fault. If she does good in the face of them doing bad, she's not a team player. She's all in it for herself. Right? It's crazy to me. And um Angel doesn't have, he sound a bit stalkerish talking about he need to see surveillance tape, and I'm glad old dude like corrected him on that. But here's the truth of the matter.
The dude in the
Angel,
chair was like, bruh, I don't think you're gonna see that.
right. Angel actually went and played in a whole nother league to continue her development. Y'all didn't
It
pay
was
no attention to that?
it was on TV.
It was on TV. It was
Mm-hmm.
heavily promoted across social media. And it was easy to access.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have to pay for no apps and none of that. You could see it very widely. Also, not only did she go and play in another league to continue to develop, learning from one of the best in the game that has ever seen the game, Lisa Leslie, but she has trainers, and her trainers post her videos of her in the gym working out.
Mm-hmm.
Every now and again, she'll repost it, but for the most part, she not, when she's posting, it's a quick picture. When her podcast was in season, she was posting, that's part of her job. That is part of her job. Even people that work in corporate America, you might have a specific title and a specific set of job duties that they have in the job description when they hire you for. But guarantee when you get in that position, you got multiple things that you got to be focused on. And Angel is a brand. She has said time and time again, and I agree with her 1000%. And I say it all the time. She understands that the window of longevity in this specific type of career is very short. Everybody is not going to last like a Diana Taurasi. You're not going to have that kind of longevity in the game. So she would be a fool to not look at other ways to continue to build her brand. And her organization has said themselves that no matter how much she has on her plate, She puts her job, her career first and foremost. She puts her team and her organization first and foremost. That's the level of dedication that she has. She's not the type of finesse, I'm using my air quotes again, finesse player that they want to see. So then they pick apart everything about her.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the rule of thumb, people. Don't talk about nothing that you don't even watch. How you got an opinion on her and you don't even watch her? I land my plane.
Let me get to this super chat, and then I'm gonna let bro. Thank you, Spotty Addy Dopalicious, for the $2 super chat. He said the Angel Reese fan made them haters look silly. I will say this before I let Bro Clark go. They got 24 hours in the day, like somebody said in the chat, and I'm one of them people that maximize them 24 hours. I guess y'all don't believe I work during the day either, because y'all don't see it. Maybe I need to videotape myself working, so y'all believe I'm working on my job. What's going on, Bro Clark? What you got to say? Bro Clark, you don't do nothing either. I need you to be on camera 24/7, so I know that you're really selling shea butter, that you're really going to the stores, that you're really talking to the people. Otherwise, we don't believe nothing you say. You ain't doing nothing for your job, nothing for your business, nothing for your brand. We don't believe nothing you say. Go ahead.
Well. What we have here is a broke ass nigga syndrome. Broke ass niggas wonder what other people is doing with their time when they doing nothing. He's at an event of 10 haters against 1. Shouldn't his $5 ass be there taking care of the kids that he probably got 4 baby mamas allegedly around? That shouldn't he be busy if he got a child that he has in the world? Shouldn't he be working to make sure that his child eat instead of being on this show of a hater and fan competition? Shouldn't he be on something that requires a lot of money to take care of himself and his family and get the hell out of his mama house? Shouldn't he be doing something other than that? Being on this, I would say that he would answer me, hey man, one way he probably would say, F you, Brother Claude. The ignorant part of him. But the other part of him, the intelligent part of him, the intellectual part of him be like, well, this is my time off. Oh, so you get time off. But Angel don't get no time off. Angel, you pervert, you perverted man, want to look at bonbons and jujus bouncing 24/7. You want her to be on fans only so you can watch with a camera, creeper. You the one that want to see Angel walk around 24 hours. I think you kind of like, you need to be talked to, and it's a little sassy to really even be doing that type of thing with a female. It's a little bit of cake and sugar in the tank. But anyway, I would say that this young man have daddy issues because there's no type of way that this young man could understand what goes on or what it takes to be an industrial person, a professional, first of all, and also be an entrepreneur. She's a professional, she's industrial, and she's an entrepreneur.
That means you don't work 8 to 5.
When she was at, I'm around my shea butter right now.
Right.
Keisha, I'm on we do got 3 shows, don't we? We got a personal show, we on the trio, we got the Players Club, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all of that, we still got to go out, do our work, our due diligence. On top of that, I got to find somebody like L to talk to my son, so my Brandon that's coming on, you know what I mean? So I can get some help and some intellectual and people that are doing things. I have to get those type of people to bring in so that my brand can be all over the world and produce it with quality and precise and positional context of what my vision is. All of that's going on top of me being on your show right now tonight. So don't tell me nothing what a broke ass young ninja say, because that's the action of a loser. A loser think that she's out there just enjoying herself. A loser don't see that at the Met Gala, she also was a part of the Met Gala and also a feature at the Met Gala and also around and amongst her constituents, which advocate money, deals, sponsorships, and lucrative lines of funding. So I land with this broke ass nigga mentality up here talking about he want a camera on Angel Reese and have an OnlyFans page that he can put some dollars in. He'll be paying for it too, little pervert. All right, I'm done.
Look, let me tell you something. Angel Reese got a lot of jobs. She young. She trying to build her portfolio. You know what I've learned about people in this world? No matter what you do, no matter if she walked around with a camera 24/7, some people you just not gonna please. He don't believe it, fine. Don't believe it, sir. But I'm with you, bro, Claude. Why you carry your monkey butt down there to argue with a woman that you don't believe, and you're sounding very asinine, acting like there ain't 24 hours in a day that people can actually get up and go try, because I'm gonna give y'all a glimpse before I get to this super chat. When my kids were doing their thing, they get up 5 in the morning. I know bro Claude know this. 5 in the morning. They headed to the school. They training. They working out. Them same kids go start classes at 8 o'clock, but they've been up since 4. They go to classes, and my son, because football is crazy as hell, they were doing 2-a-days at the beginning of the season. After school, they train again. Then my son will come home, eat, do his homework, try to watch a little TV, and get back up the next morning and do it all again within the next 24 hours because they are maximizing. They don't have time for the outside stuff. They have time for what's on their schedule. They went and did their projects. They went and hung out with their friends. All of it was scheduled because they were athletes. That's what they do. But I know structure might not be a thing for this dude, so maybe he can't understand it. But that's what you do. You maximize your 24 hours. Thank you, Dre Stewart, for the $5 super chat. I've always said any man that sits up and argue with a woman about another woman is sassier than a rainbow man in a male strip
That's all
club.
I'm saying, Dre. That's all I'm saying, Dre. That's all I'm saying, Dre. I'm just saying, why are we going back and forth with him? He really going back and forth with this? Like, Elle know this, Sister Keisha know this, and those that women that has talked to me. It's not that I'm it's not that I am a male chauvinist.
Right.
But I'm just not going back and forth with you. That you ain't gonna get that out of me, sister. You won.
He said he know that she not doing it. He would love to see some surveillance tapes or something like that.
He want the pervert. Can you say sassy
These folk, they
But like
delusional.
Trudy just said, you organize your time. I mean, I'm telling y'all, my daughter was actually on a team at school, and because y'all know how volleyball works, you sometimes you be on a team at school, and then you have your AAU team, your team outside of school.
That's what I was about to say. You playing for your school and you playing AAU,
And you playing for
sometimes
your
AAU you got to travel further out.
correct.
Yeah.
And this kid is scheduling her whole day to fit all this in. Meanwhile, I'm a taxi driver, getting her wherever she got to go. And she gets her stuff up, make sure she eats, do all that stuff, the nutrition, all that stuff. You can do all this in 24 hours if it's something you want to do. If you're not a lazy ass, that's what sports teach you. It teach you discipline. Now, some of these
Discipline,
people,
it teaches you how to organize, it teaches you time management. Sports teaches you a lot.
Yes.
If you have children and they can get into sports, I highly recommend it.
Teamwork is the dream work.
That's why you don't have time to be live talking about being a hater.
And now Dre hit the nail on the head. Dre hit the nail on the head because it's something to be said about, we used to like women hating on women. But like this is unprecedented in the way that we are seeing men of all ages, ethnicities, and races hating on this young woman.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy, there's a gentleman named Jeremy, and thanks to my good old internet cousins, they be doing their research and finding folks.
Oh, Lord.
And Jeremy, a white man, had the nerve to regurgitate what we've all heard. They think it's a big diss comparing Angel to Sid the Sloth. Well, my internet cousins went to work and they found Jeremy's profile.
Not the internet cousins.
And not only does Jeremy have raggedy teeth, but his wife looks like a thumb. And you got the nerve to be sitting up here talking about this young lady look like Sid the Sloth. Y'all got to be, what kind of man got that kind of time?
The one with
that Dre described.
The one I just
look. We about to get to the next. Yeah,
I'm just saying.
We get to the next clip. Y'all crazy.
Okay. I'm just saying. And I'm done.
What? Go ahead. Go ahead.
What the hell do you, as a black man, think that you doing being on this show, knowing that how hard it is for us to be raised, period, in this society? And you there got a double standard because you a goddamn hypocrite. I want you to see me, brother. You's a goddamn hypocrite because you ain't gonna charge that to Caitlyn because you believe, yes, boss, I believe everything that you said Caitlyn was doing. You ain't got to see Caitlyn doing it. But long as they tell you, coon ass boy, that she's doing it, use bucka nigga. Oh, she doing it because that's what they said. Everybody that was there,
I believe them.
You are sick and self-hate. You need a counselor, allegedly. You need a counselor and talk to your mama. Talk to her. Mama, if you see this and it's your son, you need to talk to your boy. Maybe it was some issues. I'm being real talk because you don't go on nowhere and disrespect a black woman. Nowhere. Not if you like this. I don't care if whoever listening to me. No. If she got this, I got nothing to say. If it's something even wrong, I'll tell her on the back end. I ain't gonna publicize that shit. No. She already get ridiculed. She already is the last. And you got the nerve to have your bumpy face, black marble head looking slick back, look like you then took a cat, then licked the top of your goddamn head and said something about Angel. You goddamn hypocrite. I'm done.
Bro Club, we going to the next video.
I'm done.
Here we go, y'all. Here we go.
Look like
Angel
you got
Reese
them
is-
I would love.
I can show you a video.
Let's
I would
move
love to
on.
see it. I would love to
You're not going to get surveillance of Angel Reese at the gym.
I would love to see it.
It's going to be a tough one to prove. And Kyrie was just at the Laker game.
So I definitely think that the conversation for women's basketball forever Angel Reese will be in that, as she should be. Period. Like that. Yes. Top 10. No. Based on stats, solely her game. We're not talking about anything else. That double-double, she got it, sure. That title, sure. But she was purposely missing shots at some point to be able to get the rebound.
Did she tell you that?
I saw it. And if I saw it. And my thing is that if those were intentional shots, she shouldn't be in the WNBA at all.
Right.
So that's the double-double, it happened, and she holds the record. I love that for her. But that's I don't know about top 10.
Okay, fair. But based off of you watching her and you saying that you feel as though that she were intentionally missing shots as a professional basketball player and that she shouldn't be in the WNBA if she were taking those shots anyways or whatever. All of these are feeling based. At the end of the day, the numbers are what they are. And those double doubles have translated into championships on every level that Angel has played on. So to say that, because in high school, same thing, in college, same thing. So to say that you feel as though she were missing shots on purpose to get a double-double because she doesn't want to win? When has Angel Reese ever shown that she doesn't want to win and that winning isn't important to her? That doesn't even make any sense.
I mean, if you look at the stats of when she was in that double-double era, the one game, I watched many games, but the one game I was at that she was playing in, they were down, Chicago was down by so much, and when she reached that like double for that game to get her over and keep the streak going, she was pulled out and sat, which again, that keeps people talking about Chicago, that keeps people talking about her, which there's nothing wrong with that, but there's no way that those are good shots that she's getting off. There's no way. That's not true.
But at the same time, I'm talking about her ceiling and her trajectory as a player and a full body of work by the time she is retired. You're talking about this year. Even if we take out this year and we're just talking about Angel Reese's career from high school into college, from Maryland into LSU, Angel Reese's game has translated into winning on both sides of the floor. So to take this year out of it, she has won on every single level and has had double doubles on every single level that has translated into winning. So to say that after working on her game this summer and after this offseason, after working on her game and working on those things, her layups, working on her jump shot, working with Lisa Leslie, who is a champion, how can you say that for the rest of her career, when all we've seen Angel Reese do is win, we won't see her win again based off of one year?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that she will win at some point. I feel confident in that. It's not that she's not winning. It's not that that's not her mojo in her game. And like you said, she's won at every level, but she's not competing for a seat anymore. She's good on Chicago. She's chilling there for a minute, And then also in the offseason, I mean, I know it's preseason, but Sloot had that beautiful pass to her ready to go. She fumbled it. So, I mean, we're talking about her working, which as she keeps going, which everybody's doing, and even though she was number 7 picked, it doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, there were 6 people above her. And
how many people were below her?
Not many, because there was 36 in the draft. There wasn't, 199.
But you said 6 versus what, 36?
I mean,
36 is a lot more than 6.
I mean, for sure, 100%. But
So
that doesn't translate to
the 7th overall pick.
But that doesn't translate to the best 10 best of all time. That does not equate each other.
But who are you to say that?
I watch it.
No, that's fair. But you watched 1 year. What about all the other years?
I mean,
you said I see that she's a winner and that she's won on every single level, but what? If that's the proof of concept that we have, Angel Reese has won on every single level. Who are we to say that she can't win on the WNBA level?
I think she will at some point. Okay. Absolutely.
I can't anymore. Thank you, Reddit Milky Way, for the $4.99 super chat. She said, notice the beautiful woman is an Angel Reese fan. Coincidence? I think not. Hey, this chick is over here talking about craziness. She's talking about she think Angel Reese is just throwing balls at the backboard so she can get her rebounds and get a double-double. And Chicago was pulling her out once she got the double-double. It's idiotic. These people actually believe some of this shit they saying. They have totally built in. They have all totally been put into the narrative. They believe the narrative, hook, line, and sinker. Yeah, I'm gonna go to you first. I'm gonna let you get old girl. She said she thought a professional player is throwing a ball at the backboard.
That child, the only ball she done ever touched is the ball in Chuck E. Cheese when you jump in the balls as a kid. That's the only ball she done ever touched in her whole life. Her whole life.
That child
And
said
then
she
the
threw the
ice cream
ball.
balls off the ice cream truck.
Oh,
This
Lord.
fool said
This fool
that
said she threw it at the backboard.
she threw it at the
A
backboard
mean girl.
to get her own rebound so that she could basically stat pad and increase her rebound percentage.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a few things. One, basketball 101. This is how I know she ain't never played no sport, and especially particularly basketball. Because basketball 101, the first thing the coach tell you to do is to take care of the ball and follow your shot.
Mm-hmm.
You better box out. You better rebound. If you get caught slipping, not make an attempt to rebound, follow your shot, rebound, miss shots from your teammates, you sitting on the bench. You sitting on the bench. Rebounds lead to second opportunities, second chances. And this young lady is being penalized for trying to give her team another chance to score another basket.
Yeah.
You don't know sports, lady. You talking about a pass that Sloop made to Angel and she fumbled? But y'all don't talk that way about Cece's teammates
Uh-huh.
when she passing.
Hold
Y'all don't
on.
talk that
Yeah.
way about when Angel, who is facilitating, is passing and her teammates ain't converting.
Hold on,
It's,
L. Hold on
mhm.
1 second. Let me get the money. Thank you, HT13 for the 4.99 super chat. Do they know that Steph Curry was picked 7th overall? Like, what's the point of saying she was picked 7th so she is not going to be top 10 player?
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Go ahead,
That was
L.
gonna be my
Keep
next
cooking.
point. Nope, that was gonna be that's it. I don't even need to say nothing else. That was gonna be my next point right there. The seventh pick is outperforming the second pick. Well, we're gonna give her a break because
She
she's
heard.
injured, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the third pick, the fourth pick, the fifth pick, the sixth pick, the
Yes.
seventh pick is outperforming them all. But you don't talk about that. You want to talk about what you think you know. I'm glad Mariah asked her, like, did she tell you that? Like, she missing them on purpose? And lastly, in that conversation, well, two things lastly. In that conversation, in her quote unquote misses, you didn't also talk about how she's constantly getting hacked and fouled. And the majority of the time, she's not getting a whistle. And lastly, you're regurgitating what the media, what online social media has taught you because a professional Hall of Famer like Rebecca Lobo has dispelled that notion and myth that Angel Reese has the rebounding record that she does because she rebounds off of her own misses. All you got to do is read. Reading is fundamental. I will buy them suckers a leapfrog subscription so they could do the bare minimum and just read. All you got to do is really go read. You don't even have to understand math. If you just go look at the stats and see how many of her total rebound record, how many are offensive and how many are defensive, and how many are off of her own misses. It's all there. It's free information. You don't have to have a subscription to nothing. But they will continue with that narrative because it feeds the engine. It feeds their own internal nature to want to find something bad about her, something to criticize her on. So they will die on that hill no matter what you, Broclaw, Duval, KSAP, none of us say. The commissioner herself, as raggedy as she is, could come out and say it, and she should have, and they still not gonna believe it because they've already bought into the lie. And that makes them feel better because it makes them feel like they are justified in how they feel about her and her game. I'm done.
Hey, I got 223 people in this chat. I only got about 96 likes. Don't make me come and look for y'all at y'all house. Hit the like button. Hit it. I'm going to be checking it again in 10 minutes. Then I'm going to be like old boy was. I'm going to have to set up some surveillance to see if y'all hitting the like button like y'all should. I don't want to set up them surveillance cameras, but don't make me do it. Here we go with, thank you, Spotty Audie Dopalicious with the $5 super chat. He said, if you're able to miss shots on purpose and still out rebound everyone on the opposing team, then what does that say about those players? Bro Claude, you up. I'm gonna let Duval go last this time. You up, Bro Claude. Be nice.
Well. Up there looking like she didn't beat me to Krispy Kremes.
I told you to be nice.
Okay, I'm just saying. Miss Pigtail. Miss Pigtail. Miss Pigtail.
She believed her soliloquy.
What you said is what we go through society for years and hundreds of years because you're emotionally tied and impact in your head. And I can tell you was a Karen because Karen can't figure out the rationalization of what the young lady was trying to rationalize. Did she tell you that she was missing that on purpose? I know because I seen her. You seen her do what? Shoot the ball and miss? Well, we all saw that. But going by the caliber of player and all of the championships that she has won, she didn't really want to miss that. So then now you take a rebuttal on your, wait, you gave an answer, then a rebuttal to your answer, gave another answer over. That's some white girl shit. But anyway, I'm just saying.
Retardation.
You said
allegedly.
If she did right, allegedly. You said so if she didn't miss those on purpose, she should not be in the W, even though she won in high school, even though she beat Caitlin Clark in AAUs, even though she beat Caitlin Clark in college, even though she got championship in Unrivaled. You don't, even that she's defensive player of the year in Unrivaled, even though she's the #1 rebounder of all time in her rookie year as a rookie has ever done it. She has the most in just her 38 games. The most in her 44 games. The most when she played in the next game. You saying that she should not be in the NBA, I mean the WNBA. I beg to differ. Because I just want to say this. These people, see her right there, Sally Joe Jane. Sally Joe Jane won't.
You almost made me spit.
She won't Lisa. She won't Angel Reese to brush her hair and stroke it 100 times and do it exactly the way she wanted it. Wash her clothes on her hands, shine her shoes, and also make her dinner nice and prepared and bring it out when it's not so hot, just a little cool on it. And then, after then, she gets to wash the dishes and eat the scraps off of her plate. I land.
Thank you, Reddit Milky Way, for the $2 super chat. She said, don't be nice, bro, Claude. Duvall. Oh, I got another one. Hold on. Before you go. Oh no, I already did that.
Get the money.
I already did that. I already did it. Yeah, we did that before that one.
Okay.
Look, go Duvall.
Be honest with you, I don't even know how to respond to this. I just don't. First of all, I think the woman's confused. Cause I don't even know if she know what a double is. I don't know if she think double is a basketball player or a double cheeseburger at McDonald's. Or I don't know
Duvall,
if
look at her. She know what a double is.
I don't know if she think double is a basketball player or double at the dollar menu. That either way, she look like somebody that watch anime and Housewives. She don't know anything about basketball. That's why this shit is silly. Angel Reese is the third woman in WNBA history to average a double in her rookie season. She was the only one or two women to average a double last year. The other one is Asia Wilson, who is considered the best woman in the game. She is the only woman to average a double this year. Not only that, she leads the rebounding by 3 total rebounds per game. That's domination. How the hell we get to a point where we start to diminish doubles and rebounds in general because somebody that they didn't want to have that category is dominating it? See, what they wish they would have had was, I'm gonna tell you what they really wish it was, and I'm gonna relate this to sex, so I hope y'all don't get offended. They thought she was gonna be Chlamydia when she did the hand in her face, and she got the backlash from it. They thought that next season was gonna be the last time that was on here for Angel Reese. But they realized, unfortunately and unfairly, she ended up becoming herpes. She just bounced back up. Now she here in WNBA rookie season. Now she here the WNBA second season. Valtrax can't get rid of that. So this is why they're really mad. So now they want to dismiss everything that she does great. You know, people that's all time great had done the same thing that she has done. She broke a rookie double streak that was held by Candace Parker, Hall of Famer. She broke the total double streak as a rookie that was held by Tina Charles, Hall of Famer. She would have broken the total double streak of all doubles by Alyssa Thomas with 30, but she got injured when she had 28. So what did that tell you? That tell you that her double streak is legitimate. Her double streak is what defines her. Her double streak means she did her goddamn job. So why the hell is y'all mad about it? But they're mad about it because at the end of the day, they mad because she's the one that's accomplishing all these things, not somebody like a Lil Boston who is a house pet. That's all it is. So at the end of the day, they is people like her, women like her, they don't know about stats, they don't know about basketball, they don't know about breaking down film, couldn't tell you how, you know what I'm saying, how a post player supposed to play the position, but she gonna tell you if somebody is legitimately getting a double or they just purposely throwing up basketballs behind the basket just to get rebounds to pad their stats. Ain't that some crap? Because that same woman, that Karen, did not scream double or did not scream a triple didn't count when Caitlin Clark, game 1, was up by 30, went begged and prayed to get back into the game like she was talking to Jesus, so she could get that triple double for who? Dave Portnoy, so he could get his money. Nobody talks about that. That's more point shaving than anything. But no, Caitlin Clark could do it because it's a triple double. It's okay. But Angel Reese and her double because she does it so well and does it so much as is normal. Oh, it don't count. It can't matter. You know who else they felt that about? Russell Westbrook. Westbrook had those triple doubles 4 out of 5 seasons. All of a sudden, triple doubles don't matter anymore. Because when you're so great at something, you make it so normal, they try to diminish it. And they don't, and like I always tell y'all, their biggest fear, Caitlin Clark fans, MAGA fans, these incel men that still mad about women that they had a crush on in high school rejecting them. Their biggest fear, their biggest, like I said, phobia is Angel Reese would be talked about in the same way as Caitlin Clark, and they don't want it. No. Like I said, they don't want the magic of bird that helped raise the game. They want Caitlin Clark to beat Michael Joy because it'd be her versus everybody else.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, like I said, Angel Reese ain't get the memo. So you wrote to her, she didn't write back. So sorry. Not sorry, big girl. Try next time.
Thank you, ST13, for the $2 super chat. He said they're not talking basketball. And I would say this chick, she don't even know the work it takes to average a double-double. She don't even know the impact on the game that the double-double is. All she knows is she's bought into the narrative and she wants people to stop. The double-doubles kept people talking about Angel Reese, and all she knows in her limited mind is she wants people to stop talking about Angel Reese. So if I diminish the double-doubles, that means they'll stop talking about Angel Reese. That's all she trying to do. She just don't want to hear her name no more. They only want to hear Caitlin, which is cool if that's what you want to hear. But why are you trying to push your narrative on me? Just go listen to the stuff about your player. Why are you worrying about what we doing over here on this side? That you got your lazy butt up and roll down here to a hater episode. But you say you don't care about Angel Reese, but you rolling your ass down here to a hater episode. I digress. Let's get to the next one before I lose, because it's gonna get more and more crazy.
You about to play one of the black ladies?
Hold on, let me see which one is this one. Oh yeah, I got the black lady right after this one.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me go here. All right, here we go.
That's for me.
Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark have both contributed to the recent rise of women's basketball.
I just want to ask you, explain to me how. From where are you getting this from?
Where am I getting the idea that Angel
Yes.
Reese and Caitlin
I want to
Clark?
know what Angel Reese did that, put her in that same conversation as Caitlin Clark in that aspect, as in drawing attention to WNBA and bringing people that weren't watching or who weren't interested.
Awesome. I didn't say WNBA, I said women's basketball.
Women's basketball, fine. We can go.
But to put them in the same conversation, I'll put them in the same sentence for you. When Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark played in the national championship against one another, that became the most watched women's basketball game, college, pro, generally, of all time. Almost 10 million.
What were Angel Reese's stats in that game in comparison to Caitlin Clark's?
One championship.
Okay, that's what I asked for. I asked for stats, statisticals. What did she score? What's her box score? Did she outscore Caitlin Clark? Is she the reason why they won the game? I heard someone mention before that there were 3 other 20-point scorers in the game before Angel Reese.
It's not Angel Reese's fault that she was.
So it's not her fault, but you said that it's not her fault.
But also, Angel
it's
Reese
not her
is
fault, but she should have. But she's the reason why that people are watching.
I mean, that's the NCAA. They made her the most outstanding player.
Okay, great. But is it the reason they watched that game? It's because Angel Reese, or it's
yeah.
because Caitlin Clark? Answer that.
Yeah. Caitlin Clark played all season. Any of those games that Angel Reese wasn't involved in could have been the most watched game ever.
Well, also it's a championship game, so take that in mind. Any championship game is going to be the most watched of the season, correct?
Yeah.
So that statement's fraud. Okay, next. Continue. Next, continue. I'm waiting for you.
You asked me a question.
I asked you a question. Continue your statement. You said, explain to me why that game was the most watched all time because of Angel Reese as well.
Because of the rivalry, the perceived rivalry between Angel Reese
that she created herself, that Caitlin Clark never even.
Actually, Angel or Caitlin didn't create this rivalry. They've been playing against each other since AAU in 8th grade.
I understand. I'm talking about rivalry on a standpoint where Angel and Caitlin are being compared often, where even though they're different positions and they're different
positions.
Yes, so I'm agreeing with you.
Why would they get compared often?
Well, they are. Am I incorrect? So what we're here talking about is we're here talking about Angel Reese, but for some reason, everyone who sat up here is talking about Caitlin Clark, including yourself. That's not my fault. The first topic you brought up was this.
Right, because that was a direct comparison.
Because she did it. So what I'm saying is that not because Caitlin Clark is the same player as her or different players, that we're comparing this because she's better, she does it better, and Angel Reese wants to be like that. Not in the way of not okay. So can I finish? I want to finish. She didn't tell me that, and that's gaslighting. In the next way, see, I don't fall for the gaslight, guys. You have to learn this. This is the new talk. I'm not gonna fall for the gaslight. What I mean is that Angel Reese wants to be Caitlin Clark. Don't tell me, oh, she wants to be a guard. I don't want to hear it. Just let me finish. She wants to be like her, pro-wise, She wants to have the name like her. As she said, we ain't playing women's basketball because of one person. We are watching because Caitlin Clark, not because Angel Reese. Everyone likes her. You watching basketball because of Steph Curry or because of Andre Drummond? That's my comparison.
All right, Drake and Josh, your time is up.
Thank you.
Well, basically what he trying to say is Caitlin's the only reason why that championship game was the most watched championship game of all time between Caitlin and between Iowa and LSU, which there are stats out there that Angel was the biggest star leading into that game. But what he's trying to say is that Angel has contributed nothing to the explosion of women's basketball. And even though that game took in 10 million people, it doesn't matter because Angel didn't do anything for that. Angel didn't do anything for that. Caitlin Clark was more popular before she came into that game. To be honest with you, that's just wholeheartedly not true.
Not true.
The leading into that game, Angel had the more NIL deals. She had the more impressions on social media. She was the star leading into that game. She was the player of the year. She was the one on the double streak. She was the most outstanding player in the NCAA. That leading into that game, that's what was going on. So Caitlin actually skyrocketed after that game. She was not getting all this stuff, all this fanfare. Her team, Iowa's games were not in the limelight before then. Nobody cared. So, except for the Iowa fan base. Okay, so I'm just keeping it real with you. I'm gonna let Duvall go first this time. Go ahead.
Oh,
Duvall.
it's my turn to go first.
No, it's not.
Duvall
Go ahead, bro. Clark. You right. Go ahead, bro. Clark. You right. I'm sorry, player.
Just like that little sucker.
Hold on. Let me get the super chat first.
Get the money.
ST13 for the $10 super chat. He said, "Y'all, I can't. Good night." He went straight to stats about a championship basketball game. Do people understand that the point of playing basketball is to win, not to get stats? Yeah, he wanted to know the box score. Was she the reason this? Was she the reason that? Bruh, we got a chip. What you talking about? Go, bro, Claude.
This little guy looked like a shooter, allegedly. The kind of shooter that'll walk in a church and shoot a whole bunch of people that disagree with him, allegedly.
Allegedly.
I'm just saying, what he was trying to do was to demise and diminish Angel Reese's whole purpose of being there at the championship game. It didn't matter to him that Angel Reese was the star of LSU. It didn't matter to him that she was the leading scorer with 23.4 points averaging going into the championship game, even though she wasn't the leading scorer that game, but the whole tourney she was. It didn't matter to him that Angel Reese had the most money given to her in NIL and the most deals in NIL. It didn't matter to him that she was the most known NCAA player already when that championship game came. It didn't matter to him that they won. It did not matter. That's because it's called white privilege. He don't want to talk about the black girl that won. It won. He said it to her. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You gaslighting me. What do you mean? She want to know, did she tell you that? She want to know. And he wants to go past because these people, no, listen, y'all, these people These people will kill you because they're so emotionally tied in everything that's going on in society. They so locked in and so wicked that they hate that Angel Reese is top dog right now in being known. Right now, she's the number one most known WNBA basketball player across the world. What's wrong with you, boy? You all right? No, you ain't okay. That was a rhetorical question because you look like you one of those people too, like the other guy that want a camera on Angel Reese 24/7. He know when she said she did this, he know that Caitlin Clark did it first, but he don't want that to be exposed. Why? Because he's a bigot, Keisha. He's a young bigot.
It didn't propel her into national stardom either when she did it.
No, he ain't just capping, brother Thuggaroo. He's a bigot, and he learned that. He's a young bigot. And he hates that Angel Reese has shown up on Caitlin Clark. She brought up high school. She brought up college. She should have brought up AAU. She beat her in AAU. They lost the tourney, and Caitlin Clark's father had to literally calm her down then when she lost in AAU. I wish we had footage of that. It's just allegedly said. This is a situation, y'all. I'm telling y'all, that guy right there is a sycophant. And we already know what they do in high schools. So I land there before he come up on Keisha channel and air all of us out. I ain't got nothing else to say. L, take it. I'm just saying.
Go ahead,
L. You know, he's a Boston dude. You can tell he's from Boston.
Mm-hmm.
He was the gaslighter. I wish that Mariah would have really.
He kept saying that.
He kept saying it, but that's usually what gaslighters do.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They'll try to make it seem like you're the one that's the problem. And he was talking in circles. Anytime somebody tries to out-talk you, over-talk you, and he was being very disrespectful, in my opinion. You're a guest here. I'm asking the questions. You're not the host of this show. You're not the one who, is in the host seat. So his whole, I would have shut it down if I was her. But I hate that she didn't do a better job with this particular person. She did great, but I think that she could have done a better job with counteracting the nonsense that he was saying with absolute facts. And here's one of the facts.
He was scared, L. He looked like he was going to air them out up in there.
Here's one of the facts.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know who Caitlin Clark was until LSU played Iowa. And y'all know I'm a basketball savant. I didn't care nothing about no Iowa. There was nothing about Iowa. I'm not going to just say Caitlin Clark. There was nothing about Iowa that made me want to watch their games.
I second that motion.
I
didn't know.
Became familiar with Caitlin Clark when they were playing LSU. And guess what? I didn't watch another Iowa game until they came up against playing one of my other favorite teams. I don't watch the Fever games. Y'all got me to watch one last week, and that'll be it. I don't care for her. I don't care for her game. It's one-dimensional. I don't care for her antics. I don't care for the fan base. I don't care for the organization and how they don't do a better job at managing her and their fan base. I don't care. So I ain't tuning in for none of that. I haven't tuned in for her. She shoots logo threes, and she's not even efficient in that. So there's nothing to write home to mom about.
Mm-hmm.
He was just all over the place. He was the gaslighter, and I wish that Mariah, as well as she did, there was still room to counteract some of the nonsense that he was saying. Because anytime somebody is talking over you, they want to make sure that they're heard. They want to make sure that their lie gets to penetrate the ear gates of the people that are listening. And so even with her coming with facts, it was hard to hear or decipher what was facts and what wasn't because he was talking over her. Yeah.
Because he already knew he was going to try to throw out box scores and all that stuff. Sir, the game was over in the third quarter. They were beating the hell out of Iowa. And Kim Marcus started pulling the dogs off. So you actually got to watch the game. I don't even know if this guy watched the game because he immediately went to what's the box score? What was Angel's box score? What was Caitlyn's box score? What are you talking about? Did you watch it? Did you watch the game? They won the championship. Anyway, Duvall, get on in here.
I thought the topic was did both Angel and Caitlyn had an impact? That's not the case.
The topic was Angel and Caitlyn. Her argument was Angel and Caitlyn have both contributed to the WNBA rise. Okay. He's trying to argue that Angel had nothing to do with that she contributed nothing to the rise of the women's basketball. That's what he's arguing.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure that I was articulating that correctly. First of all, this young man seemed like he dropped 2 million espressos at Starbucks. All he do is ram off his mouth. Like I said, he just talk. He overtalk himself. He'll just seem like he'll talk to himself like he one of those crazy men at the Greyhound station. But that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I clearly tell dude don't got no woman because the way he treat, you know, some Mariah like that was just unnecessary. That was wrong. And for
the energy was combative. Go ahead.
The host, the 3 hosts that's behind him allow him to do that was just, like I said, that was just classless. He was just over talking that woman as if, like I said, she need to be put in her place, like he got some type of white supremacy complex. But okay. So I answered his question for him. He said, what type of impact Angel has? Okay. Let's speak on that. Last year, she was second in the league in jersey sales. Caitlin Clark had a lot of games moved to bigger arenas because she had people to come see her. Guess who had the Washington Mystics move to a bigger arena? The Vegas Aces moved to a bigger arena, to the T-Mobile Center. Guess who had the LA Sparks moving from the Walter Pyramid Long Beach College Arena to Crypto Arena? Oh yeah, that's right, Angel Reese. So she had impact too. Guess who fourth in jersey sales this year? Angel Reese. Okay, let's move past that. Guess who the first woman to have a McDonald's deal? Angel Reese. Let's move past that. No, she don't got no impact. Let's see who's the first woman to have her own cereal. Angel Reese. Let's move past that part. Who was the only woman to have a top 10 podcast, top 10 black sports podcasts in the country? Angel Reese. But yeah, you're right. She don't have no motion. See, this clown, this computer geek, he based everything off of TV ratings. But just like, let me educate y'all something about TV rating audience. As of 2025, there's 52 million cable boxes in people's households. In 2011, it was 121. Why such a drop off from 2011 to 2025? Because streaming services happen now. Guess who's the biggest beneficiary of those drop-offs? Black people. Why? Because now if I could get Netflix and get movies and only have to pay $20 a month instead of paying cable and have a movie service and have to pay $300 a month, that seems like a pretty good win for me if I'm a black person. Or if I have to pay for Hulu, which is like $15 a month, and I could get Tubi for free and I could watch YouTube for free, why would I keep paying $300 a month for cable? So the reason why I mentioned the cable is this. A lot of those TV ratings that Caitlin Clark get, is because a lot of her fans, which are Caucasian American fans, who has the highest growth of income per capita in America, they can afford cable and afford other things. They don't have to choose either or. They don't have to be affected by the economy rising and everything else. So their money don't have to be spread to so many places. There are 62% of Caucasian Americans in this country. There are 42% of Caucasian Americans have two-parent households. So if you got 42% of Caucasian Americans with two-parent households, that means you got a lot of discretionary income to spare. So yes, Caitlin Clark rate is going to be higher because the people who can watch cable, who can watch ION, who can watch ABC, who can watch ESPN, are majority Caucasian American folks because they can afford cable that $300 a month. When black people feel like, you know what, we'll rather have an alternative and use our money elsewhere when the economy rise as rest of this rise. But unfortunately, we don't have the income from jobs that we try to get to supplement the rise of this economy. So Caitlin Clark has an unfair advantage when it comes to viewership that Angel Reese doesn't have. But you can see at games when she go to road arenas and she gets standing ovations at those road arenas, except for Indiana. But she got standing ovations at everywhere else. She has an impact on college basketball. She has an impact on WNBA basketball. If she don't have no impact on WNBA basketball, why there's Jason Whitlock, like I said, Clay Travis, Brandon Tatum, like I said, why is there these Big Talk Hoops, Robert Lindbergh? I can name many other these channels that helped got built. Not only talking about Caitlin Clark and her rise to fame, but the hate for Angel Reese. If she don't have no impact on college basketball or WNBA, her name shouldn't matter. Because I don't see none of those channels talk about Asia Wilson. I don't see none of those channels talk about Nafisa Collier. I don't see none of those channels talk about Lil Boston. I don't see none of those channels talk about Kiki Afra. But they always talk about Angel Reese. Why? Because her name pay their bills. That's impact. Her life, her name, her image helps your bottom line. So that's why you talk about it. That's impact. That's impact on the sport. That's impact on where this sport is today. We have watch parties on game day because of Angel Reese. We don't do that for any other player before 2024. There's only two teams that have watch parties when people have games on. Caitlin Clark games, Sky games. Now you talk about other games when you have, saying watch parties, or every once in a while, Keisha, when you're just bored and you're trying to make a quick buck. That's on you, Keisha. That's on you. Now every once in a while,
I like basketball, Duval.
But that's every once in a while you'll do it when when you try to make a quick buck and you just need something to do and you're bored. But you'll talk Sky game no matter if you're sick, if you're healthy, if you have nothing to do, if you have everything to do. Why? Because Angel Reese made an impact on your life. He made an impact on this channel. He made an impact on other Angel Reese channels. I'm not gonna name them because I don't care about them. Right. So at the end of the day, she has motion. Just because she don't have the motion like y'all want Caitlin Clark to have, that don't mean she don't have motion at all. Because you can see on Instagram, every time there's a Halloween costume, or she drop a shoe, or she drop, any type of quote, people react to it. Good, bad, or different. That if that's not motion, that's not impact, that's not, saying something. If she's not making moves, and she's not a trailblazer as far as who she is as a person and what she represents for college basketball and WNBA, then I don't know what the hell I'm watching and listening to, and I don't know why the hell everybody here tonight. I land.
Duval, this man wouldn't be up here talking if she didn't have motion. He came his monkey butt down here to debate a woman about a player he don't like. Let me get to the super chat. Reddit Milky Way gave me $2 super chat. She said, guess who Lotto came to see? Reddit Milky Way, another $2 super chat. She said, Angel Reese. Thank you for that. Look, we're gonna get to the next clip because he giving me hater vibes and weird vibes. It's okay, bro. Just go and give her props.
It's not okay
Hold on. Let me finish. It's okay, bro. We know that you are in your dark cell at home. As soon as you roll over, the first thing you do is type Angel Reese into the search bar. It's okay, bro. I'm not gonna rat you out. But I know you're doing it, bro. I know you're doing it. It's okay. God damn it.
Brother.
I forgot to mention these two things, and I'm gonna get out of the way. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I forgot to mention Angel Reese did make the Chicago Sky $17.8 million last year.
Oh no, she ain't make no money. Mm-mm.
And I forgot to mention they had 44 primetime games for all the WNBA this year. 41, Fever, Caitlin Clark, of course. She's Caitlin Clark, right? 36, that was the second place team. New York Liberty, New York Market, defending champions at this moment. Cool. Third place team. Wow. The Las Vegas Aces. Asia Wilson, they 2-time champion. And they made some trades this offseason. They thought the team was going to be good with Jewel Lloyd. Apologize, Jewel Lloyd. Cool.
That's why they making some moves now.
Guess who came in fourth place with 30 primetime games with a team that went 13-27, and they basically revamped the goddamn roster. That's right, Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. They ain't do that for a charity. They did that because that girl got motion. She wouldn't be in fourth place with 30 primetime games when you got the Feast of Collier, who's better than her. She don't got that many. Paige Becker was coming into the league this year with Dallas. He don't got that many. Oh, how about Seattle? They're a pretty good team with Skylar Diggins, who acting like a maniac. She don't got that many either. So that tell you Angel Reese has motion. Because a team that's 13 games below 500, they had a revamped roster, should have the fourth most games in the WNBA on national TV. If she don't got emotion, she ain't win a championship. She was a 2-time defending champion. She ain't have white Jesus and have these cult following that follow her everywhere. But she don't got motion. I apologize. Let me get out the way.
Look, I'm about to play a new video because I got one for L. This is for L right here. Let's get to it. Hold on.
I disagree on that.
Hold on, let me go back a little bit.
I just want you to repeat the question one more time.
Thank you.
My claim was that Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark have both contributed to the rise of popularity in women's basketball.
I'm definitely going to disagree on that. And I want to really talk numbers. I'm just going to put it this way. When they were in college, right, you want to keep bringing up, what Caitlin did, right? It wasn't until when Angel Reese did it that it became more of a bigger thing. But when Caitlin did it, you got to remember.
The points make themselves.
No, but when Caitlin did it, right, she set so many records in college, right? Did she not overbeat everybody in her college career?
But that hadn't happened yet when Caitlin did.
It doesn't matter, but I'm asking you now. Did she not do that? You're right, I did, but I'm going to get back to that. But did she not beat all of these records in her college career?
Yeah.
Right. So when she started to beat these records, Caitlin's name was already in the mix. It was already, who is this girl? Who is this girl?
But the scoring
right?
record thing didn't even happen until after.
But it doesn't matter. You're saying the rise, right? You're saying the rise.
But also, you guys keep by me saying Angel Reese has also impacted women's basketball, I am not trying to take anything away from Caitlin.
Okay.
And that's part of the problem with the entire narrative and the conversation that we are having surrounding women's basketball. And that's exactly why I brought up this point, because I said Angel Reese and Caitlin have both contributed. I believe if Caitlin Clark were sitting in my chair instead of me, she would say the exact same thing.
So.
Same thing.
It's a shadow of her.
The 2023 LSU basketball team, not only Angel, but Flau'jae. Flau'jae is still, she turned the last March Madness into a marketing masterclass.
Okay.
She's still one of the biggest names in the whole game from that time because of being adjacent to Angel, I might add.
Okay.
Her career skyrocketed. That it changed everything. So I'm not taking anything away from Caitlin. And I think that this needs to be a bigger point when it comes to women's basketball in general. Just because I say this person is talented does not mean I'm saying if I give Angel Reese flowers, doesn't take anything away from Caitlin Clark. You think I don't like it? I watch women's basketball. I love Caitlin Clark, and I can acknowledge her impact. Steph Curry's my favorite men's basketball player. That's my favorite type of basketball to watch. Are offensive rebounds as exciting to watch as a logo 3? Hell no. That's exactly why Caitlin Clark is selling out stadiums, and people love that type of game. I love it. I spend my own money to watch it. Does that take away from the fact that the rivalry with Angel Reese put her on a different level? No, because the other players have broken that scoring record before Caitlin. Let's talk about Kelsey Plum.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Okay, what was it the same thing? Was it the same fanfare?
No, it wasn't.
Exactly.
It wasn't.
Because America loves that story.
Okay, but why does America love this story now? Is it are you trying to put them on an equal thing? You're saying they're both the rise of women's basketball?
They both
right?
contributed.
How? What did Angel come to besides the face? What did Angel contribute?
Besides the face.
Yeah. If we're gonna talk about
you're
ball,
acknowledging that we're talking,
but we're talking about ball. We're talking about the game.
Right.
How is Angel impacting the rise of the game? She's not. Yeah. How is she doing that? We can talk to. If we're gonna talk, we can talk to Caitlin, right? Caitlin scored 769 points in her rookie year. She was averaging 19 points. She was averaging 5.7 rebounds, so she can rebound too. Obviously, it wasn't a double. But what rise? I'm asking you, what rise to basketball? If I ask somebody, hey, what do you think about Angel Reese? They're not going to give me basketball stats. They're not going to give me that at all. If I ask them about Caitlin Clark, they're going to give me nothing but basketball stats, and that's the conversation we should.
But that's also we're sitting here on a platform we are supposed to be talking about Angel and her stats and her game, right? And so we can bring that. I talked about the double doubles. Okay. I talked about the double double in college. I talked about most outstanding.
I talked about all you're talking about.
But those are pretty big
all
things.
You're talking about.
I talked about most outstanding player in the NCAA championship. I talked about winning on every single level. And if you think for a second that little girls watching women's basketball are only watching to look up to Caitlin Clark, you are dead wrong.
Majority of
you don't think
girls
that
are between her and Angel Reese. For sure.
Okay,
let's talk about
this.
Sure.
Let's talk about this. Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark. But you're still making my point. I didn't say Caitlin Clark didn't have a rise in Caitlin Clark.
But I'm trying to say they're not equal. This is what I'm arguing about. And even again, you're saying
Let's look at the jersey sales.
Let's look
Caitlin is above Angel, but Angel is still up there. Do you see what I'm saying?
I don't see what you're saying. I
don't see how you're missing.
Jersey sales still don't equate. They don't.
Jersey sales don't equate.
She's the face. She's the face. She's a pretty face.
Okay, but if she's
the basketball, so let me get her jersey. You see what I'm saying? I'll get her jersey. Yeah, she's a pretty face.
But if she's one of the
I want that jersey.
One of the faces, pretty, not pretty. I mean, y'all can bring that up. Okay, just pretty. That does not mean Angel Reese being pretty or whatever you want to say does not take away from the fact that as a rookie, and y'all are all saying that she can't play. So if she can't play, I don't know what it is. But
I ain't never said she couldn't play.
Bro, her offensive game isn't there, blah, blah, blah. If that's the case, she still has one of the top highest
offensive game is a fact. And again, you're comparing her
but
to
that doesn't mean that she didn't contribute to the rise of women's basketball.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Juju is above her and she's still in college.
Above her and what?
And everything. And that's equating to the rise of women's basketball.
What is everything?
She didn't say Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. She said Caitlin Clark. Everybody is giving it to Caitlin Clark. And if we ask again, Angel Reese is still not in the topic.
But
they're gonna go old school if we're gonna talk about the rise of women's basketball.
Point. I never
Candace Parker came in and did her thing. That was the rise to women's basketball.
Okay.
Caitlin Clark is just changing the game. It's like Steph Curry. She's changing the game now.
All right, well, we'll think about that as we.
There's a lot to unpack there. She basically reduced Angel to being a pretty face, and that's why the little girls and women are looking up to her because she's a pretty face. That means they will buy her jerseys, but it's not because of basketball that people like Angel or that she has impact. She has reduced her to being a pretty face and selling the WNBA because she's pretty. Elle?
You're right. It's a lot to unpack. To deduce this young woman who she sounds stupid, first of all, because Caitlin broke records, but you said that in the absence of talking about and acknowledging all of the records that Angel has broken. And you want to keep talking stat for stat but you're comparing players that play two different positions.
But hold on, Elle, before you finish. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
The conversation was about contributing to the women's basketball rise.
Right. She couldn't stay
and
on
she
topic.
went into stats about Caitlyn.
Correct.
But go ahead.
But that's what happens when you don't have a leg to stand on in an argument. You can't have an intelligent discourse or debate because you don't have the information. That it's like bringing a knife to a gunfight. You're not going to win. So when you realize that you're not going to win, because now I'm going to start kicking up the dirt and rocks and stuff to blind you so you can't see. She sounds foolish. She went and brought in a whole other, area of focus. When, to your point, the question was about the rise in popularity of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And the impact. And they both have had impact for very different reasons. But you as a Black woman can't sit up and say, like, you as a Black woman couldn't give this young lady the props that she's due. Who was it that said, I think it was Duvall. No, it wasn't Duvall. It was Mariah. When she talked about even the rise of Flage's popularity coming on the heels of being adjacent to Angel Reese. Ain't nobody talking about, the only reason why people are talking about Kate Martin is because Kate Martin has proven herself in some areas, right?
Right.
But ain't nobody talking about Hannah Stalky or that's the only other player on the team that I could remember their name. I can't remember what Jada or whatever her name, Jada. Nobody's talking
They ain't talking about
them.
none of them. No, they're not.
No one is even talking about Iowa right now.
No.
The only time they talked about Iowa was when Caitlyn showed up to a game. And it was short-lived.
Yep. Yeah,
But
Gabby Marshall was the other person. Gabby Marshall.
Gabby Marshall. So even with all of these folks who are not Angel fans, to Duvall's earlier point, y'all still talking about her. The headlines are about her. They made the announcement for the WNBA All-Star, the top picks, the captains, the starters, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Angel Reese wasn't mentioned on this post. But what all the people come in the chat, where's Miss Me Bounds at? This post ain't even about Angel, but y'all still talking about her. In Duvall's words, that's motion.
Right.
That's impact. That's growing the game. Because for somebody that you claim to not like, you think that she's awkward, you think her game is ugly, you think that she's not proficient or efficient, you're constantly talking about her. You showed up to a show that is talking about Caitlyn and Angel, but your conversation is more about what Angel is not than what Caitlyn is to you. And once again, they get, when they realize they in a corner, they want to overtalk. You want to start yelling. And to say she's a pretty face, you mad because you can't get her kitty cat.
Ew!
That's what you mad about. So now she just got to be a pretty face. Well, guess what? She pretty and paid, and she got impact.
And she can play.
And she can play. And we're talking about Caitlyn breaking records. Oh, girl brought up Candace Parker. But you forgot to mention that Angel Reese has broken some of Candace's records. Has she not?
She has.
Did she not just not even break a record? She set a new record.
Yes.
And I understand this was taped or filmed maybe a couple weeks ago. But nonetheless, Angel came into the league disrupting and setting records. And she has come into her sophomore season, even with a slow start and a slump, she still was setting records. So if you want to focus on the records and not the impact, we can go there. But the truth is, no one was talking about Caitlin Clark. No one really cared for her except for Iowa fans. And the only reason why you Uncle Toms and you Charlottes is even paying attention is because you think it's going to get you some kind of motion. It's not. Y'all sound ridiculous. You can like the girl. You can be a fan of hers. And I mean, not call her a girl. She's a young lady. You can like Caitlin Clark. You could be a fan of her game, and we can have completely opposing views on how skilled she is or not. But you don't have to sit up and constantly keep talking about what Angel is or isn't in comparison to Cece to make you feel good about your decision to support her. You loud and wrong, and you don't have the facts.
She don't want the facts.
No.
Hold on, let me get to the super chat. Reddit Milky Way, thank you for the $2 super chat. She say, L, Keisha, what did she just say?
I don't know, Reddit. You know when I go, that be my little crash out, and so don't ask me to. Somebody else gonna have to tell you.
Did you finish? I want to make sure you land. Did I get broke?
Yes, my plane is in the hangar.
Bro, Claude, what you think about old sis getting up here talking about Angel a pretty face?
Before you go, bro, Claude, can you upload what I sent you, Keisha, for my soliloquy when I go?
Did you send an Instagram?
Yeah, I sent an Instagram.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna need it before my soliloquy.
Okay, go, bro, Claude.
You said sis. Did you say sis?
I did say.
I disagree. If you would have said bro, her head would have turned. Not so. So when a person is confused on just one little basic mother nature point, see, I'm a be real specific. I ain't going where you think I'm going. I'm very careful in what I'm going. See, I have a cousin. Her name is Helen. She probably watching right now. Helen Terrell. She's been on some of my shows. She's of the LGBTQ community. But one thing she says, I'm a woman. I know I'm a woman. I never challenge a man because I can't even beat the average man. Not whoop him. I could outthink him, but I can't whoop him. What I bring that up for? You can tell that this young lady is very confused. She was talking about the impact that Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark had changed the trajectory of women's basketball. She was talking about a situation that uplift, which was the LSU Iowa State game that changed college and women's basketball era on that day. She wants to say it had nothing to do with Angel Reese when Angel Reese was the leader of that team. Like, wait a minute, hold on a second. You beat me up. And then I go tell somebody, no, he ain't beat me up. It was the other people that was there with him. It was about 3, 4, 5. You capping. You got your ass beat by Angel Reese and company. Because you know, when Angel Reese is on the court, she's involved with every single thing. It doesn't matter. A lot of people, that's why when I hear some of our Sky fans or Angel Reese fans, oh, Angel doing everything. She want to do every goddamn thing. Ain't nobody telling her to do all of the shit that she doing. She wants to do it. She initiates it. That's the type of motor she has. Oh, Angel doing this. She can't. She wants to do everything. Did you hear her press conference? Her presser says that she wants to do everything that the team needs her to do. That's a winner. That's a champion. If it's to steal the ball, she want to steal the ball. If it's to play the one, she mentioned it in her presser. She played the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. She wants to be known that she can do that because that's what an athlete wants to be. She wants to be up the elite. So, yeah, she wants to be talked about. Yeah, Angel could get out the point guard. Angel could guard the 2 guard. Angel could guard the 3 wing. Angel could guard the 4. Angel could play the center. That give you clout. That big up your trajectory on being a player. So I just be hating that everybody be talking about, oh, Angel. She want to do everything. You trying to stop the tree from growing? She's a tree. She's not a flower. She's not a plant. She's a tree reaching out to the sun with all types of branches on it. Everybody trying to put her in a box like she's some roses. Hell no. You got to plant Angel Reese down in the ground so the roots can go all the way down to the 3rd or 4th layer of soil. That's how big and broad Angel Reese is in this WNBA game. That's how big Angel Reese has affected college basketball. Now everybody going for the money. Hey, man, listen. All I'm saying is Olivia Miles ain't over at TCU for no reason. That's a Catholic school. They got NIL. This is the most popular young lady that we are witnessing. And this young lady could not take. She can't get it because she done drunk so much of the Kool-Aid. She drunk so much of the Kool-Aid and she's so much tied up in it. I almost want to say, well, you play Angel Reese on a one-on-one. I bet you she beat your ass. Since you want to talk, I bet you won't take Angel Reese on a one-on-one. Little Padawan. Since you talking shit, player, let's roll the ball out in center court, and y'all go to both sides to the free throw line. And first one to the ball, first shot. You don't know nothing about that. Angel will whoop this girl's ass in basketball. I could tell she a player just the way she talking. She's so much into it that she can't see her. She can't even see her own fucking nose because she blinded by what she think Angel Reese supposed to do. With all of whatever skills she think that she got, Angel Reese will bust. Hey, you watch us, I'm telling you, Angel Reese will bust your ass. You ain't nobody anyway. You probably ain't go to damn school. But you up here trying to critique a stat line that your ass will never achieve. Get your ass out of here. And I hate fake fugazi. That's what you. I know you're gonna see this because they always get us.
Right.
You, sister, because you are a sister, not a mister. You, sister, was being fugazi at that point right there. I'm
gonna say this before Duval go. I just hate this narrative that the only reason why people are watching Angel Reese, because I've heard a lot of people say this in the chat, especially to men that are live covering Angel Reese. Oh, you're not covering her because she can play basketball. You covering her because she got a pretty face. That's the only reason why you covering her, bro, Claude. That's it. The ball. You up?
With her, I land L on you. Okay.
Don't do it. Look, I just hate that narrative that they trying to paint. But as I guess we all fangirling. I'm fangirling, L fangirling. We all fangirling over here. We don't really watch basketball. We just want to watch.
I ain't no fangirl. I'm a fanboy. So
look, we just want to watch
look,
her
so,
runway model.
Fanboy, I'm a fanboy.
She just walking a runway down the basketball court. She not really playing. Go the ball.
I want the class to look at something real quick. I got a couple things I want to show because I don't like to just talk about stuff. I like to show proof. That woman said something that hurt my nerves, and that's why I wanted to pull this up. This article came out March 13, 2025. I'm gonna tell you why this article matters. When that woman said Juju is a bigger name than Angel Reese, I said okay. Let's scroll through this list real quick. We don't have to read the article, nothing like that. Just want to scroll through the name. They got 10 Coco Golf. Go down. We just scroll through. They got Juju number 9. Okay. Go down.
Going.
They got Karen Break number 8. I don't know about that one, but okay. Scroll down. Scroll. This is 2025. Now they paid back at number 7. Okay. March 13th, March Madness time, so they still got 7. Cool. Sabrina Nescu, she New York market and she got a great shoe. Okay, go down.
She do.
Yeah. Okay. Asia Wilson, 2-time champion, 3-time MVP. GOAT conversation.
Them A1s are nice.
I know, but since she born like Tim Duncan, so let's go down. Okay. We got to move past that. Sha'Carri Richardson.
That's my girl.
Yeah, she had that weed conversation, a couple years back, but she overcame that, and now she back on top. Okay, cool. Go
Dallas
down,
born. I remember her in high school. Let's roll.
Yeah. Go down. Simone Biles. Wow. She
global star.
Global, Olympian. Cool. All right. Go down. Why the hell this girl number 2? If somebody's name is bigger than hers, then why the hell she's number 2? And the only person that's bigger than her, if you go down, is this woman. Second most popular woman in WNBA, third most popular woman in women's sport. Oh, y'all don't want to believe that article? That's complex. Cool. Take it off the screen. Put up my next thing.
Uh-oh. What the heck?
We got enough of time.
What the heck is your next thing? Hold on.
Yeah. See, Lakeisha, I thought you would have had this ready.
You know what? I thought it was all in the article.
Funny with the milkman,
Hold on, I almost got it.
You almost got it because, like I said,
I thought it was one and the same thing.
No. The other one was something different.
Something different. Let me get the.
Like I said, I like to show proof.
You want to tell multiple stories.
I like to tell proof. You know what I'm saying? I don't just throw accusations out there. See, a lot of these little people, they like to just throw theories. I like to throw out facts. See this right here. This came out January 29th of this year. They said the most favorite player of people in all the sports. In all the sports, this is a morning corporate. This is a global magazine article. They got good data and one of the most well-respected data organizations in the country. Okay, they said, okay, you got on the men's side, you got LeBron James. Okay, cool. You know about LeBron James, right? Mahomes, okay, cool. 3-time champion.
Homeboy.
Yeah, my homeboy. Steph Curry. Kid Wonder, everybody a little child, but cool.
Right.
And then I think that's Dak Prescott, Maybe.
No, that's Travis Kelce.
He look like,
he got elevated when he started rolling with Taylor Swift. He got
cool. And then Josh Allen, cool. Buffalo Bills, they've been good for a minute. So that's the men. First woman, Kayla Clark. Cool. Yeah, international. So this is an international article. This is an international magazine that did their homework and data. So Kayla Clark number 1, no surprise. Simone Biles, cool. Yeah. Number 2, she's like I said again, Olympian, multi-time Olympian, GOAT of gymnastics. Who is that person number 3?
Angel Reese.
Shit, she shouldn't be there over there, right? They say
No,
Juju more popular.
all these people lying.
They just say Paige Becker more popular than her. Asia Wilson more popular than her. They say all these people more popular. Why she number 3 in the world? This is a world ranking. Male or female world ranking, not United States, the world. And then they have some soccer woman in national.
Oh yeah, she played rugby. She propelled to stardom in the last Olympics along the Mohawk. She been everywhere, Dancing with the Stars, all kind of stuff.
Yeah, I heard she legitimate, but her ass number 4. She ain't Angel Reese. Cool.
She can play though. She can play.
And then number 5, Ronda Rousey. You telling me they'll rather have Ronda Rousey than Juju? Or they'll have Ronda Rousey instead of Paige Becker? If y'all don't start trying to put people over Angel Reese like she don't got motion, I gave y'all 2 legitimate articles. One's the international, which is right here, and the other one is the United States. That shows you the rise of Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese popularity, name value, and marketability. That's why they got the most money. That's why they got the most commercials. That's why they got the most success financially on and off the court. So when this woman says stupid shit like that, you just know that people don't know what the hell they're talking about. See, she's a woman that sinks in a sunken place because they say this, they regurgitate the same articulated points that everybody else regurgitate, but without no facts, without no research, without no train of thought. Like I said, I don't speak in hypothetical. I speak in facts. So that's why when you hear me on multiple occasions say, hey, Angel Reese is the second most popular person in WNBA. When you hear me say she's the third most popular woman in women's sports, it's stuff like this is the reason why I can bring those facts to you and I can say it proudly without worrying about getting sued. Because like I said, the facts don't lie. Men lie, women lie, but the facts don't lie. So Angel is a multimedia mogul. And she will always be that because at the end of the day, she made a lane for herself. So that lame ass woman who is an African American woman, by the way, who should know better, who should know the plight of a black woman and how they don't get the respect that they deserve. And people like her add to that disrespect by not bringing facts. They just bring feelings because they don't like the way Angel plays. See, Angel plays like an old school basketball player. They don't like that. They like that Steph Curry, Gold Trotter, so Bonnelly Berry circus type of basketball. That's why they love Caitlin Clark. Even though she was 34% for 3 last year, which the league average was 34.7, so she wasn't in the league average as a 3-point shooter. And she's 29% for 3-point this year. So that means I know she ain't league average at this point. But at the same time, they like the way she plays. They like the Bonnelly Berry circus at type of basketball. They like the Holler Gold Trotter type basketball. Angel Reese type of basketball is not sexy, it's not attractive, it's not something that you can appreciate unless you are a fan of basketball itself. So that's why they try to diminish it. That's why they try to dismiss it. That's why they try to make her off the field and off the court accolades and her brand off the field more popular than what she does on the court because they don't like her style of play. They feel like they don't want that style of play to be weaponized, celebrated, or appreciated among casual or diehard fans. They want the Steph Curry effect, which at the end of the day, you can have more than one thing. You can have both type of style of play. It don't have to be one or the other. It could be both. But at the end of the day, Angel Reese, she is that woman. She has motion. I just showed y'all proof. So tell that woman who argued that incorrect fact to take her ass to school and go to hell because she was wrong and she don't know what the hell she talking about. I land.
Hey, I got 156 likes and it's 237 of y'all up in here. Hit the like button. Please, Lord, we get into our last video. I need y'all to hit the like button. This last video, hopefully, we've been really good. This panel has been really good. They have been excellent. Nobody has crashed out yet. We just spitting facts right now. So I love it. I love it. I love it. But I need y'all to hit the like button and show appreciation to my panel and to me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. Please. We're going to get real talk over here. We're going to talk it out. You're going to agree with me. You're going to disagree with me. You might want to tell me off. I don't care. Let it fly. Me and Bro Claude and Duval, we don't care. We'll take all opinions or accept it. Here we go. Let me do this last video.
Keisha, before you do that, real quick, I want to say, when we're talking about Duval brought up, we talking about Angel's style of play. People forget that yes, she has that old school fundamental style, right? Like it's not pretty to some people, but it's exciting to watch.
Yeah.
Seeing her rebound is exciting to watch because nobody is doing it the way that she does. Like the elite skill level that she has to position herself and see where the ball, anticipate which way the ball is going to fall so that she can rebound, and she is in the paint with players that are taller than her, some may even be stronger than her, and she's still putting up those kinds of numbers and they're not. And when we talk about her style of play, people forget she grew up in a family of basketball players. Both of her parents were basketball players. So she been around basketball players with that old school fundamental style of play. Whereas some of the women who we see in the league, maybe their parents played a sport, but it might not have been basketball, or maybe if they did play basketball, they had a more flashier style, and that kind of translates into, how we see them play. But to try to minimize or devalue the impact that she has on the game just because you don't like the way she looks playing is crazy.
I know.
That's it. Go on with the next video.
I think they're just full of mess. They know it's exciting because it's exciting to me. But at the end of the day, if you don't, my problem with the whole thing, if you don't like a certain style of basketball, cool. Why you gotta poo-poo it? Because I like it. That's what I don't understand. Why you trying to put your narrative on me?
Exactly.
I like it.
And what's unfortunate is that it feels like this with the the news that dropped today, it feels like this is the player vote is what's really blowing me. And people keep saying, "Oh, y'all making too much out of it. Angel's gonna make the reserves." She made the reserves last year. She wasn't a starter. She made the reserves and she got in on the coaches' votes, and it's gonna be the same way this year. Well, that is a problem for me. When I'm looking, we're talking about someone hopefully making it to the reserves, and the way that she does that is through the coaches' vote. But this is someone who's breaking records of the people that y'all have called the GOATs in the game. They have her ranked in the bottom 2 in players' votes. Angel's number 12 with player votes.
Well, you hear some of these. I'm telling you.
So I'm like, are y'all starting to sip the Kool-Aid too?
You got to understand that's hate
I don't
going
want to hear
around
about
all the
just
way
like
around.
her slow start to the season.
L.
The slow start to the season, but y'all had, excuse me, Caitlin Clark had a slow start to the season last year. Caitlin Clark ain't played in about 4 or 5 games this season.
I know. But L, this is what I tell Bro Cloud all the time. Hate is universal. Hate come from everywhere. It could be your people. It could be the other people. It could be the midget down the street. Because you don't like that. Sometimes there's some truth to it. Yeah, you don't think that person should get as much hype as you. So you might be voting against it. Either way it go, the media voting her like 3rd ranking, I think, even after Luke missing the game and having the bad games. Like, this is all based on bias. I have my own bias. Maybe I don't like her, maybe I do like her. But you know how hard it is as a player, to your point. You know how hard it is to a player to do what Angel is doing. But you diminish it because maybe you are drinking the Kool-Aid. Maybe you do think she's overhyped. You see how that works? So if you think she's overhyped, or you think you probably better than her, which in some cases you might be. It's just, I don't know. This is a phenomenon of Angel Reese. It really is. I don't know how to take it. I don't know. So people, and one thing my mama said, people be talking a whole bunch of stuff out their mouth, but when they go to fill out their paper, they do something else on their ballot.
Mm-hmm.
You got
So
200.
yeah, we love Angel. We love her. We love her. Go on that ballot.
And it's something that, well,
12.
it's proof. The proof is there. The
You
proof
got
is there.
you got 250 people in the chat and on 169 likes.
Hit the like button. I just think that. Oh, hold on. I'm at 173 now. Hit the like button, players. Hit it, hit it, hit it. I'm gonna play this last one, and before after I play it, I'm gonna check the likes again. And we ain't gonna talk about this last thing until I get to 200 likes. Hit the like button. Here we go, y'all. This is my last one of the night.
He's so famous.
But we're not. That's not what I'm talking about.
But everything you
right.
But Angel
impacted because she on McDonald's bags.
But Angel
impacted because
I don't like her.
been waiting on this one. How you doing? I'm back. Okay, so you brought up these double doubles a couple times. All right, so let's talk about other players in WNBA history who have averaged a double double. All right, so we got Asia Wilson, Jonquel Jones, Caitlin Clark in assist. Right, we have so we have Asia Wilson, Jonquel Jones, Sylvia Fowles, and I know I'm forgetting somebody, right? But we have several other players in the history of the WNBA who have averaged a double-double throughout the season, right? We're not sitting here having a conversation about if Jonquel Jones is the best player in the WNBA, right? We're not and Jonquel Jones
MVP.
Yes, she's finals MVP, she's regular season MVP, and she has a championship. But we're not having that argument. We're having an argument about Angel Reese because of her popularity, because she's so famous.
But we're not. That's not what I'm talking about.
But everything you have not brought any stats to produce why Angel Reese is the best player.
Literally talking about stats. That's what the whole argument's about.
But
you've been talking about popularity, her eyes on the game. Anytime someone starts,
this is we're doing a bunch of different separate arguments, and to cover Angel's body of work as a person and as a player, you have to talk about those things, which is why we've had arguments about those things, an argument about her as her ceiling as a top 10 player, where I brought a lot of stats actually, and then now we're talking about double, which the whole premise is stats.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's talk about Angel Reese stats and in particular the double doubles, right? Double doubles, cool, whatever. In college, I think she had the record for the most consistent double doubles, but then I think her teammate might have broken that record this year in Anisha Morrow. But anyway, so she held the record for half a season, right? Now we get to the WNBA, where I think the New York Liberty ended her streak of double doubles, and then we have
the champions.
Okay, but they weren't they weren't the reigning champions when they did that, right? Like they were just another team.
They were no, they weren't. They were a championship team because that team went on to win a championship.
But they were not the champions at that time. When we go into the season, right? Who's the champion right now? If we're going into the 2025 season, who's the champion right?
But the point is,
who were the champions when that was broken?
The team that was compiled at the time when they broke the streak was the team that won the championship. So it's like in any case, we could look at that and be like, okay, she's a rookie and they're the champions, like duh.
But yeah, like we're okay, cool. All right. Back on topic. But
anyways.
Now that was high school. Okay, anyway.
But no, but she's bringing it up in a WNBA conversation. So
you've been bringing it up in the WNBA conversation this whole time.
I brought it up because I said her game has translated into winning on every single level, which is completely fair to bring up because the only thing we have to go off of as far as her body of work is concerned is a rookie year, her college career, and her high school career. That's all we have to look at.
Your argument is that Angel Reese double should get more credit.
Right.
Why? She's a post player. She's a traditional post player. She should be getting a double-double, right? Like doing that is her job.
Right.
She's not doing anything except for her job.
Completely fair.
She's getting paid to do
completely
this.
Completely fair. But every single person who is doing their job, if you're doing your job at an exceptional level and you have records that are tangible, are you not going to go to your boss and be like, I want a raise? No. Like duh. Like, why would you not? If you're doing your job, you're saying that's just her job, right?
What is she doing exceptionally?
Right. But
like what is she doing? She for the season she averaged 0.1 from three.
Record.
Right? She's 76.
She's a traditional post player. So what's she supposed to do?
But she's 76% from the free throw line.
Right.
She's averaging sub 50% from the field. She's like sub 40% from the field. Like, what is she doing exceptionally? Yes, offensive rebounding, cool. But if we're gonna start hanging championship banners for
I didn't say
well, okay, hear me out. Diana Taurasi is one of the players that is most widely considered one of the greatest players of all time, right? She in her entire WNBA career, 20-something years, had 240 offensive rebounds. So obviously that stat ain't that damn important when we're talking about GOATs, right? So now all of a sudden, why is Angel Reese the best? Because she can offensive rebound.
But I didn't say that she's the best. I said that she deserves credit. And on top,
whole debate about her being the best.
No. When did I say that she was best? I said do her double-double records deserve more credit.
No, because she's doing her job. That's it.
But also, if that's just her job at base level, why isn't anybody else doing it? Why hadn't anybody else broken it? If it's so easy and everybody can do it and it's just so simple, then okay, somebody else do it. I don't understand.
They have. I listed the people who have done it.
No, that I've averaged a double-double. We're talking about the record.
So in order for her to break the record, that means somebody had to have the record, right?
Right, Candace Parker.
Okay, so Candace Parker is now retired, right? I'm sure.
Yes, she is.
Yes, and that's what I said. She's now retired.
Right.
I said she's
a lot of records are being broken by people who are already retired. That has nothing to do with it.
All right, double bang. Very rare situation.
Chat. It took years off my life, and I have listened to this for the second time.
I'm out my life for this bullshit.
Her premise was, I'm going to try to break it down a little bit before I let the panel go. Her premise was that Angel Reese is a traditional big, so she getting double-doubles shouldn't be celebrated because it's just her doing her job. Mariah brought in and said, well, if it's just doing her job, there's a lot of people in the league not doing their job then. Because these records have stood the test of time through because Candace Parker was the last person to have it. And I don't remember right off the top of my head when she retired, but before she had it,
23.
Yeah, before she had the record, somebody else had it before her. But this is not the norm. So yes, Angel Reese is a traditional big. Yes, she is doing her job, but most of the traditional bigs in the league are not putting up her consistent double-double numbers. And that's why Mariah was saying her rookie records and double-doubles deserve more credit because it translated from college directly to the pros. And this lady is saying, well, she's just doing her job. You shouldn't celebrate. Well, okay, guards are doing their job. So if they don't get triple doubles, why do we celebrate the triple double? Because it's a great feat. We celebrate the double doubles because it's a great feat. We don't celebrate people that do 5 and 5, And we got plenty of players in the league, guys, who are putting up 5, 6 points and 5 rebounds. We don't celebrate. They should be doing their job, right? I just don't. I don't get old girl. Kai Young, thank you for the super chat. He said, Keisha, why didn't you let me know the Sky give away their first pick in 2027, also in that Ariel Atkins trade?
That's not true. They got a pick swap. That's it.
Yeah, they got a pick swap.
They have their pick.
Yeah, it's a pick swap. Yeah, thank you for the $5 super chat. So, who put up your fingers? Who want to go first? Don't all go at once. Who wants to go first on this last topic?
I guess Elle have another video that she said she sent you.
Oh, okay. Did she?
Yeah, she sent you a video by CEO Mikey. I don't know where it's at, but she said she sent you a video.
In your DMs. Thank you,
Duval.
Duval.
Oh, it's the same one Duval got me. The one from First Take? Oh, no? Okay.
Look in your no, I don't think he's on First Take. No. This is a content creator. The one I was telling you about that was making a compare if you remove Angel, her name and her face.
Oh, it must be the one
stats.
after this then. Okay. You talking about from CEO Mikey?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me see, how do I get this out of here? All right, y'all go ahead while I try to figure this out.
I don't have nothing to say. I'll make it real quick so Bro Claude and Duval can go because you hit the nail on the head. It's it's semantics. She's talking crazy, and if by her logic, Angel is just doing her job, then everybody else that's in the post is not. They're not doing their jobs, and they should be waived.
That would be about 60 to 70% of the league. Y'all.
And for the record, she's not a traditional post player. She's actually undersized as a post.
And how many people are averaging a double-double?
They're not.
As a matter
of fact, Angel Reese becomes the first player in WNBA history to have 4 straight games with 15 plus rebounds.
But hell, is she want to get rid of all the people?
It don't matter what she want. Just hear me. I'm gonna say it slow so it can marinate in everybody's ear gate. Angel Reese, first player in WNBA history. That means in all of the 7, my daughter's about to be 30. So 27, 28 years?
Mm-hmm.
She's the first player in WNBA history to have 4 straight games with 15 plus rebounds. So if that's just doing her job,
she's doing it
at an elite level that surpasses anybody else who has been in the post, including Lisa Leslie and Candace Parker. How dare I say that? That's blasphemous.
It's just blasphemy.
Girl.
Hold on, I'm gonna play this right quick for hold on.
Full consecutive back to guard timing is always perfect because it made no sense realistically for this me-bound shirt and hat to come in the mail literally the day right after Angel Reese put on probably her best stat line of the season, and just having 4 consecutive back-to-back games with 15 or more rebounds and flirting around like those 2 games where it was like one of them was like 18-17, the other one was 18-17, like flirting around with that 20-20, like don't know what we talking about. And that's why I get frustrated when we talking about comparing her to Draymond Green. Because let's be real, if the internet wasn't such a hype beast era where it was a cool thing to sit here and kind of try to clown Angel Reese and sit here and make corny nicknames. Like the me-bounds ain't cool. I don't care. Look fire on the shirt, look sweet on the hat. You go with the shoes. All of that is absolutely cool. But let's be real. Let's have real conversations. If this was any other player in the W, you'll be comparing her to the Joker. You'll be comparing her to Embiid or LeBron or Giannis. Any of these, because that stat line is crazy. You talking about, dog, 3 games back to back. You sitting here saying flirting with a 20-20 game is absolutely ridiculous, dog. Like, let's be serious. Like, and then a lot of people will sit here and say, oh, it's easy to flirt with it because you ain't scored more. Okay, well, she scored more and still got 16 boards and still had 7 assists, dog. And let's be clear, like some of them, like she made the dishes, and this is, of course, because her teammates was knocking down threes. But let's be clear, they would have hit a couple of them jumps that she was hitting her. This would have been a ridiculous triple-double game. So that's my only things where I say Draymond Green comparison is the safe. It's the safe take. It's the safest, the weak one where nobody really gonna give you no pushback because it's Draymond Green. And I don't even want to keep making it seem like it's a dig on Draymond because Draymond's a 4-time NBA champion, a bona fide Hall of Famer. But she ain't playing with Steph Curry. She ain't even playing with Klay Thompson, never even nowhere near Kevin Durant. Like, so that's my whole point of her low games is just her just still thugging it out and trying to figure it out in year 2. But her peak games, if this wasn't Angel Reese, you would be comparing her to the Joker or Giannis or Embiid or any of those other players. Let's just be real. Let's just call a spade because it's easier. And again, it's a lot of men who don't got no backbone. So you don't want no real smoke on the internet. You don't want to have a real take. So the safe one will be the Draymond jump. But 4 back-to-back consecutive rebound games with 15 or more rebounds is absolutely ridiculous. You talking about 3 of these games you're flirting with a 20-20, bro. That's a video game number. I'm on the internet, dog. I pay attention to how people react when men flirt with these type of numbers. If it's people you like, you'll lose your mind. When it's Luka, when it's any of those people, you lose your brain. And I understand because it's cooler to downplay what Angel Reese do and really big her up, bro. I'm going to forever get on this microphone and big her up anytime she do anything impeccable. And these are the 4-game stretch. This 4-game stretch was absolutely ridiculous. And all I'm just saying it's only going to get better with time. The more she figure out that game, even the game yesterday, bro, think about what we talking about. 24 points, and she only went to the free throw line twice. Like, are we being serious on what we actually see? This ain't somebody, I got most of my points on the free throw line, or I was hitting threes. No, she missed her 2 threes that she took. This was literally, hey, dip my shoulder. This was LeBron James energy for real. Or this was like Greek freak type of dip my shoulder, go to the bucket, dip my shoulder, go to the bucket. Like, literally, you seen on one of them highlight jumps, bro, it was an and one on, she called the and one out on Derrick Henry. Guess what she did not do? Go to the free throw line because they didn't call the foul. So again, when we're talking about real impressive numbers, dog, stop trying to downplay it because you don't want smoke in your comment section. You could bring it all day long, super religious on y'all, but God timing is always perfect. Because they had made no day right after, and timing is always perfect. Because they had made no sense realistically for this rebound.
It's a great take, L. Great.
Yeah, he be cooking. His stuff on he doesn't post a lot on Instagram as much anymore, but on Threads he be lighting it up.
Yeah, he was right on point. He said if it was a male athlete putting up these kind of numbers, hey man.
And just to clear something up in the Draymond part of the conversation, he's talking because he has another video before this and he talks about it a little bit more in that video, but he's not saying, what he's saying is that the people that keep making the Draymond comparison, it's a lazy take. Because Draymond didn't even do what Angel is doing. So he's not saying that that's, a fair comparison. He's speaking to the people who keep making that comparison and saying that it's not a good comparison. It's actually a lazy take. And if you're going to do the comparison based on the numbers alone, then those other players that he mentioned is who you should be talking about.
I'm with Big Lou. I see Mo Giannis, but that's just me. Bro Claude as a comparison for Angel. Bro Claude, what you got on old girl? Old girl talking about she just doing her job. Bro Claude, you don't need no you know what, Bro Claude? Nah, no. I don't have to encourage you or give you no credit for all the things you do for me and my channel and what I do for your channel. You don't need no credit. You just doing your job, Bro Claude. You don't need no damn credit.
That shit sound like Father's Day.
Damn.
That shit sound like Black Father's Day. And on top of
you don't deserve no credit. You just doing your job, Bro Claude.
That's some of the most weakest things that ever have been said by human beings. That's very, very disingenuous of what she was saying and what she was attempting to do. God damn it, I'm a black man that's in this society that was able to raise all of my goddamn children. 9, not 1. Some don't make it with 1. 9. And I ain't did shit. I ain't getting nothing for Father's Day. Not even a damn thank you. Why? Because I was doing my job. Well, that's fine. That's how Angel feel when this mother sucker is up here talking about with her donut eating ass with a side of strawberry shortcake and a whipped cream on top Sunday with a shake. Having ass talking about what Angel's supposedly doing. But ain't nobody else doing that. I had to check somebody that said that to me. Ain't nobody else doing what I'm doing that I know.
Right.
Ain't nobody else doing what Angel doing that I know. I don't know nobody in the WNBA that has brought as much of an impact as Angel Reese in any game. Caitlin Clark can't play defense. Angel Reese play all the damn positions in defense. Caitlin Clark can't keep the ball from being turned over. Angel Reese take the goddamn ball from people. Caitlin Clark cannot rebound like Angel Reese. But Angel Reese ain't have to shoot no threes like Caitlin Clark. Why are we comparing these players that's not in the same position? But what we can do, who is the most impactful? I can't say Caitlin Clark is the most impactful WNBA basketball player. Not even on her team, because that's Kelsey Mitchell. Whoa, I just blew everybody's head up. She's not even the most impactful player on her squad. That'll be arguably Aaliyah Boston. Whoa, bro, Claude, wait a minute. The only thing that she has impact is the apple turnovers that other teams get the opportunity to score on the other side of the basket. This is unfair, disingenuous. Angel Reese impacts all places when she on the floor. She got to play the 1. Then she got to play the 2. Then she got to play the 3 sometimes. She like, oh, wait a minute, I ain't know I was playing the 3. No, go ahead. You say it. This is Tyler Marsh. No, go, yeah. But Rebecca Allen's supposed to be 3. No, you doing it right now. Go ahead. She don't know what the hell she need to be. She just being there and being that type of impactful player of just going out on the court with disorganized theory, plan, plot, strategies, and still coming out with the stat line that this girl is doing. Do y'all understand how confused this baby was this whole time? She didn't know what the hell. She really wanted to tell us, I don't know what the hell going on. I'm just out here balling. That's, if I got 9 points, I tried. I didn't know. I didn't know what was going on. But she has taken the horse and put the strap on it for herself and not listening to Tyler Marsh. We have seen Angel Reese take things in her own hands at times in the game. She is not a disrespectful player, because it's a whole bunch of Kyrie Irving would have told them, man, shut the hell up. You don't know nothing what you talking about, Tyler Marsh. Don't you pick up another goddamn clipboard and bring it to this damn huddle. Matter of fact, he would dig. Chelsea Gray grabbed the clipboard from Nola. It's players that's like that. And Angel Reese is one of those players that is impactful from all standpoints. Audio, visual. If you go on internet, impactful in the music world, impactful on videos and TV and sitcoms, and they got her talking about her in a movie. You know what I'm saying? Who you supposed to be, Angel Reese? In a movie. That's impact. They ain't talking about no goddamn Caitlin Clark nowhere in the culture. It's those ones who want to prove that they are basketball savants that sit behind Caitlin Clark and have a reason to disrespect Angel Reese's game. What we looking at, she even better than Dennis Rodman. Dennis wasn't putting up these type of numbers on offense. He was doing it on defense. He was doing it on steals. He was doing it on rebounds, offense and defensive rebounds. But he sure in the hell wasn't making no assists like that. He sure in the hell was not making having his point deficit go up. He didn't even worry about shooting sometimes. If it was around the basket, he'll put that motherfucker back in. He said, no, y'all do the shooting, I do the grabbing. She said, no, I'm going to do everything. She said it in her presser. Everybody got to understand that this young lady is a hater. Just like the young lady that was before is a hater. The young man that gonna shoot everybody up in the club was a hater. The girl that L said grabbed all the balls and ice cream balls and all types of balls, the jaws. That girl's a hater. And of course, the slick back, looking like Pepe Le Pew by the head. Black was a hater.
He was very shiny.
He looked like Mr. Pervert Johnson. Straight up on a camera, all in Angel Reese's business. Why don't you put it on the side of the bed? Why not? See what time you go to bed, right? So I'm done. I just wanted to put this to bed, since this is the last thing that we gonna say. Angel Reese is the most impactful WNBA player of all times, because she's not only good on the court, she's the most known in all cycles of information and genres people create. Kyle could not even talk about her. The number one influencer of all time. Kyle say, yeah, Angel Reese, that's my girl. I'm like, what? Y'all gotta get with it, man. I'm done.
Bro, did you call him Carl Kanai?
I mean, you know what I meant.
Like, wait. Carl Kanai done entered the basketball chat. Kai Sanat.
Hold on.
You know, I was thinking about Carl.
Oh, Kai.
I used to have my Carl Kanai stuff.
Shut Hey, thank you, True to True Hello, for the $5 super sticker. Thank you.
Well, thank you, L. Thank you, L. You know, I'm just I'm just going there, Kanai. Yeah,
I got you.
Duval,
y'all know what I mean. I'm old shit.
You want your video up now?
Yeah, you can play it now.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
I ain't gonna be long.
Yeah, because we about to get up off of.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Welcome back to First Take, a quick take with David Dennis Jr. Talk about Angel Reese here. As the old adage goes, the apology needs to be as loud as the disrespect. Did Angel Reese struggle a little bit early in the year with field goal percentage? Yes. Is her team still trying to figure things out? Yes. But look at what Angel Reese has done over the last few weeks of his career. The last 4 games, 15 rebounds a game. And I don't want to hear you talk about the me-bounds and all that stuff. Take away rebounds off her own miss, she'd still be leading the league. Take around offensive rebound, she'd still be leading the league. Angel Reese is putting together a turnaround and a great season. And on top of that, she's doing it in the face of, I don't know if you guys are seeing on social media or go to Facebook, you see more fake quotes about Angel Reese and more of these stupid highlights of her missing shots and a bunch of dweebs online who want to bully Angel Reese and talk about how she's playing. Look at the stats and look at the numbers that she's doing. Angel Reese is putting together a great season, a great sophomore year in the WNBA, and it's only going to get better.
That's a man fed up. Go ahead, Paul.
That basically sums up what we've been talking about tonight. A lot of dweebs, a lot of misinformed, clueless ass people that probably don't follow sports until 2 years ago, trying to let us know how Angel impact on basketball is diminished and disrespected. That's why you can't take these people seriously. I ain't know rebounds were bad until Angel Reese was dominated in it last year. Before then, rebounds was good.
Right.
But now they're bad. Now if you get rebounds, you ain't no good. Like that girl said, young lady, she said Angel Reese was just doing her job. Yeah, I wish she tell that same MO. I wish she sent that same memo to Caitlin Clark when it comes to those turnovers. Because she ain't doing her job when you lead the league in turnovers for 2 years in a row. I thought the point guard main job is to take care of the ball. But she turned the ball over at a high rate, and she gonna beat her last year turnover record. And she missed games. But yeah, she don't have to do her job, right? Just Angel. Angel can't just be the rebounder, the low post scorer, the defender. Nah, she shouldn't get credit for something that she should be doing already. Why we should credit her? Why we should credit Asia Wilson for being great already? Nah, let's credit the circus act. Cause that's what they want to tell you. We want to credit the woman that can shoot for 30 feet, the woman that can throw a ball through a hoop like I said, like she is in circus. And so at the end of the day, all these people are crap. All these people are clueless, clowns, low vibrational, low intelligent individuals. They're trying to talk basketball and they can't talk no goddamn sense. They probably got their basketball taste from Google or Chat GPT. Either freaking way. At the end of the day, their basketball takes are ridiculous. So that's why I just don't take these people seriously. I'm glad we did the top of the night so the audience can see how these people are inarticulate with their thoughts and how anybody could talk sports. If those people could talk sports, so can you, Chat. You could talk sports just like them because you can't be no worse. I land.
And I know it's hard to believe, chat, but I want to let y'all know this David Dennis Jr. He was on First Take, and this was his hot take this morning. This was his hot take this morning. We're gonna end on a funny note because they seem to claim that nobody else gets smoke but one person. But all the rookies have a welcome to the W moment, and this is Aaliyah Nye from the Aces moment.
Contact in there.
Hold on.
Prove a chip on their shoulder. We are definitely contacting there. Prove a chip on their shoulder. We are definitely.
She said, "I've been bodied."
Keisha, wait, but it's the fall. It's AT's walk off, but then everybody zero in and watch.
AT like, I ain't
What?
did it.
Watch Asia.
AT like, oh, you all right? Oh, okay. Bodied.
B.
What you say, L? That baby almost.
Look how she laid there and then just hit the floor like
that baby almost changed her
goddamn
mind.
good. You know goddamn good. Aaliyah, now you hear your auntie L and you hear your auntie Keisha no good ass.
That baby almost changed her profession.
Listen, I feel sorry for our niece because she out there looking like Raggedy Ann the rag doll the way them arms hit the floor.
That baby say, I don't know if I want to do this.
Asia, just watch all the Aces players. You got to watch them one by one on each.
They're like, we ain't messing around with AT. We just gonna get you. We're gonna try to help you up. Okay, you all right?
Even Satu looked a little perplexed. She didn't know whether to go to Aaliyah or to help.
We always end on a good note, chat. They say nobody else get welcome to W moments, but they do. Welcome, Aaliyah Nye. Welcome. I don't know why it's always AT. I don't know. Meanwhile,
like it used to be Dana Taurasi.
I don't know why it's always. Look, they saying in the chat, Paul Rook. Yeah, man. And the way she put her hands down, that's what killed me. She was like, "Mama."
I'm telling you, that's like the Raggedy Ann doll.
Got her ass back though. Angel knocked her ass loose, and she grabbed Angel's shirt like, "Big, you get."
Aaliyah and I got her back too. She was spraying threes in her face. It's on the third slide.
People in the comments like, oh my God, count your days, Alyssa.
But you see how she didn't even check on the girl?
Welcome to AT's Avenue.
She didn't even check on the child. She looked at her and threw that, like, just play it one more time, please.
They say I love you now, but
L ain't no good.
You just received
Damn,
an AP production. Lord.
Bro, Claude, they be finding me. They find their way to me, and I send them to Keisha.
She didn't have to do a Leah now, and she just got up like it wasn't nothing. Like, girl, get up off that floor. And even Asia, look at Asia, like, oh.
That's the part that's taking me out. Is Asia, man. Look at her body language and her face. Like her little hands is together. Like, what should I do?
I'm not. Let me wait till AT walk.
First of all, them not little hands, and second of all, she did look perplexed.
In that moment, they look like little hands.
Like, oh, okay.
You ain't no good, L.
And then Jackie Young, like, let me reach down. Can you move?
Then watch Jewel over in the corner.
Jewel don't want none of that smoke. Jewel said,
Jewel pointing like that way.
That way. Over there. AT gone over there. Crazy. You crazy with some
tears. Oh my God.
God, running into AT is like running into a Mack truck. I mean, all right.
Or having AT run into you is like having a bulldozer.
I should have told that baby to get out that girl. AT don't need to be doing. AT don't need to be on the floor when them rookies coming off the bench are on the floor. Phoenix is diabolical.
Y'all ain't no good.
They like AT, go get the rook. Go get it. Go get her. Go get her. Was she trying to take a charge or what was she trying to do? Let me see.
Yep, she was trying to take
a charge. Trying to play the game.
No, don't do that again, Nalia.
Don't ever do that again.
Shoot your three.
She already got a bruise or something on her neck.
Don't even step in front of that woman again. Look, not for a week. Say AT just doing her job. That's what they say. Just doing her job.
Doing her job.
She don't need no credit. Just doing her job. Hey y'all, thank y'all.
Said that's the last charge she gonna take.
Leah now got to make business decisions, business decisions. Like Deion
she hit that child so hard.
I made her business decisions.
Listen, that hit shifted her fallopian tubes. I guarantee.
God damn. Hell, you all right, man?
Leah now said she want to have children one day.
I mean, her fallopian tubes and her ovaries is shifted. They all out of place.
She ain't gonna do that no more. Nope. Because she seen Angel Wilson look down at her like, oh. Hey guys, we about to get up out of here. We just wanted to end with a little bit of comedy because AT is, even though she's not trying to be funny, AT is funny, y'all. She be running up. She don't have no kind of bias for nobody. She run up on everybody. It's equal opportunity with AT.
Now I want to see AT and Emma Cannon.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
That's a shame.
She ain't have to do her like that though.
No, she didn't. That's gonna stay on repeat, boy.
Yeah, man, poor thing. She probably in the cold tub right now. I'm like, God damn, what was I thinking?
Last note, I saw that it looks like the majority of the team is together or was together earlier today. The Chicago Sky on a boat, on a yacht.
Oh, they bonded.
But I didn't see Angel.
Mm-hmm.
That don't mean she wasn't there. But
right. They bonded. She probably don't want nobody to know where she at. Because these people.
Well, also her brother was supposed to fly in yesterday to LA. So she might be spending time with him.
He did. He was the mama was with him today.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Pictures today, the mama was with him. She wasn't there. Angel wasn't with them.
Okay.
He probably got some business shit. That's exactly what we talking about. She got some
right.
figure out what the fuck Angel doing. She man, her goddamn business leaving your shit alone. That's what the fuck Angel doing.
No, we need 24-hour surveillance.
God damn, that nigga freaked me out when he said that.
He said, "Oh,
Hell,
I would
that
like to
nigga
see
want a
that." Like, no, dog, don't come back up here.
Hell, that nigga want a camera. Hell.
Man, let's wrap this up.
Yeah, that I'm gonna call the FBI on him because that's
All right, y'all. We about to get up out of here. I gotta go get me something to sip on, but not really sip on. I'm just thirsty.
Yeah, she is. She finna go sip on because
No, my throat is about to give out on me. I love y'all. Thank y'all for getting me the 200 likes. Thank y'all for doing this, so I don't have to come to your house. Thank you, panel. Thank you, L. Thank you, Deval. Thank you, Bro Claude. Thank you for rocking with me tonight. This was a good topic. I enjoyed it. Now I need to go to bed and forget it ever happened because I can't do the stupidity too long in my brain. All right. I love y'all. Peace.
love y'all. Have a good night.
And hair grease. We out.
Oh, wait. Whoa. Go for those of you who are still up, go to ADP's channel. She on the D block. She's live right now.
ADP is on the D block. She's live right now. Good night, y'all. Good night.
Night.